What's going on, everybody? It is 6:02. We're doing a lot better. Hope y'all are doing well. Glad to be on here. We just started on Facebook and YouTube. This is the Good Samaritan Show. Once again, we're happy to be here. Hope all of y'all are doing well. We have the ladies here tonight. There's another couple of people coming on. They're a little bit late getting started, but we're not gonna hold everybody up. Ladies, how y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good. Happy to be here.
Glad y'all are here too. We got a bunch of topics we're gonna talk about tonight. Just wanted to find out how your day was, what you got going on, all that good stuff before we get started, because this is gonna be some humdingers we talking about here today. It's get ready to be something. But y'all doing all right? Everything good? Y'all fine? All things well? Everything's good.
Yes, yes.
Cool. Well, I'm glad y'all are here. Once again, this is the Good Samaritan Show. We got a lot of stuff happening today. And Chattanooga. Oh, what's up, man? Ricky Smith from Chattanooga. What's going on? Hopefully everybody's doing good. And, yeah, so a lot going on in the world, y'all. A lot going on in the world, particularly one subject. But, we have other things to talk about. But yeah, this is getting to be quite the situation. I got a question. The daylight savings time thing. Like, what does that really mean to y'all? Like, what's should we save it the way it is, or should they change it? You know, man is always trying to mess with something that he didn't control or create all the time. But it's like, should we save it or should we just keep it the way it is? What do y'all think?
You get that. I can talk first.
Yes.
I feel like you. I feel like don't try to fix something that's not broken. I don't know. It just jacks everybody up. To me, it jacks me up all the time.
Yeah.
Like everything be thrown out of whack. Then you gotta adjust to that. Like, and some people aren't good with change in the first place, right? So then now you got this worldly change happening, ever so often. So I just feel like you said, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I don't know why that's a thing. I really don't.
Yeah, it's already enough that we have to. It's me being bicoastal, I don't want to talk about it. It's just I'll be thinking it's 9 o'clock. It's really 6, and I'm like, okay,
Right.
it's really 3. You'd be like, forget it. Tracy, what you think?
My take on it is, when did it start and why did it start? That's the thing. When and why did it start? And let's see, because if it started for some dumb reason, let's kill that and just
Right.
keep it, in one thing.
Right. I don't really, I do notice that, especially on the West Coast, for some reason the sun just sets different over here. But I do know that when the days get longer, they get a little bit longer than normally, normal longer on the East. Like, when I first moved over this way to the Vegas area, I kid you not, man, it was 4:08 in the morning and it looked like 12 noon. I just didn't. I couldn't get. I kept trying to close every window, put every cover on my head, like this ain't right. But then it stayed light till almost 9:10. So it was quite evident that this was different. Not to mention it was 121 degrees outside.
Right.
So, I don't even know if it was the light or just the heat that was just just sitting around the spot. But it was quite it's quite different. Do I think they should mess with it? Quite honestly, I don't believe that they should mess with it, because to be all the way clear, again, we just have a tendency to always touch something that we didn't create. So, who knows what it can do? It can cause so many problems if they mess with it and say, you know what, we're gonna change it. Everybody gonna be in the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not gonna be good, especially when the majority of all of our lives we've been dealing with this time change.
Right.
So, but if it's too much like right, we probably gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna mess it up. We're gonna tell you. Next phase. The election coming up. I'll be honest, I don't even know who to even vote for anymore. I don't know what to do at this point. And I gotta say this, and maybe y'all can help out with this. I ain't seen Kamala Harris in I don't know how long.
No,
right.
No, just
right.
disappeared.
Yeah, I'm like, but they didn't say she was dead, so we got that. But where is? I mean, for almost a month, she was on everything when she got elected. She was just dancing with people and going to schools and doing all this stuff. I ain't seen that lady in the last 4 years that man been in office. I don't know where she is.
Right. No, that is so true.
I have no clue where she is. No clue where she is. We got another guest coming on. She late, but here she is. That's Tanya.
Hey.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
Good. I've been good. I actually was going to try to get on my computer, but it wouldn't let me, so. On my phone, but it's
y'all know Tanya's the one who was always leaving those messages and comments and stuff on here. So there
I have
she
no
is.
idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, guilty people normally say that. But yeah, we were just once again talking about the election, the voting. We just really pretty much, as we said, we don't really know who to even vote for, and quite honestly, he's early today. Look at that! Wow, Steve, you're early today. Look at that! Wow!
Don't even start.
Wow!
You must be leaving early.
Don't even start.
That's phenomenal. You're gonna make me take a drink, Doc. That's phenomenal.
You're funny.
That's great. That's phenomenal. You lucky Brent ain't on here going off on you because you know he want to.
I know. he enjoys that for some reason.
Yeah, yeah, that's his highlight. But yeah, we were just pretty much talking about the voting, the election that's coming up. And I was saying if they agreed that we don't know where Kamala Harris is. Ain't nobody seen her, heard from her. We don't know. We know she ain't dead, but we don't know if she alive. Like we don't know nothing about her.
I mean, I did just see her recently clapping about something, but I didn't know what it was about because I wasn't paying attention. But she was clapping.
How long ago was that?
I think it was Friday. She was clapping though. She was behind the president clapping. I said,
"Oh well."
Right. Well, there she goes. Just
there
quiet.
She is.
She been quiet. I don't be keeping up with that stuff. I don't know what be going on.
I don't
me either. I ain't gonna lie, me either.
I think I pretty much, and I'm being honest. When Barack Obama was president, I paid attention. But if I could be all the way honest, I was really into the presidency when Bill Clinton was in office. I don't know why that was.
I hear that a lot.
But when Bill Clinton was in office, I paid attention to every summit, every address. I paid attention to everything. Because honestly, at that point, I thought that was about as black as we're gonna get in the White House.
That is true.
Right.
That is true. That's what everybody thought.
Yeah, I was really very vested in that because I was like, okay, we're not gonna get no darker than this. So let's just go ahead and just but we met. Anybody else about the voting thing? Anybody? Anybody?
I feel like it's fixed. So does it even matter? They're gonna do what they want to do, and they can tell you what they want to tell you.
Right.
Right. So.
Yeah, I have to agree. I feel like it's. Let me say, I never really thought fixed until this is just my opinion. I never thought fixed until Trump was in office, because of the influence that he has on just so many people that are not our color and some people that are our color.
That's true.
So I was and have been very discouraged since then to even vote because it does feel like it's fixed. It does feel like it's not like no matter what, I'm just this small fish in this big pond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now we got Biden because we were trying to get this man out of office. Like,
right.
And then here he come, and I'm like, only thing I mean, and I appreciate, I haven't been able to get any college tuition paid because I didn't go to college. But that I love and I appreciate about it. But that's really all that I can say that he's done. That's been great. That I would say affects people that I know. You know what I mean? But other than that, it hasn't been great then. So I'm like, what do we do? You know what I mean? So I do feel discouraged. I feel like it's like you said, it's fixed. I do feel like it's not gonna go anywhere. I feel like it's just doesn't feel.
Steve, are you moving organs and Leslie's again?
with baby shovels?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm moving organs, Doc.
All right, well, you gotta keep the lights on. Do what you gotta do, bro. Yeah, the voting thing. Here's.
I'll be right back, y'all. Keep talking.
I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you, Steve.
Like to see what I'm doing.
Yeah. All right. It's stupid. It's one of those things where, Brother Justin, what's up, man?
Hey, God bless you, everybody.
Hey.
Forgive me for my tardiness. God bless you.
You sound like a 72-year-old pastor.
A bishop.
Yeah. Praise the Lord, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think, like I said with the voting thing, I think where I'm at with it is that honestly, first of all, Biden can't even stay up. He falls asleep every.
Man.
Or just fall.
He just falls asleep. Literally, like he
like
literally
a deacon on the Baptist church on the front row.
Yeah. He literally could be mid conversation and will totally black out for like 3 seconds. But now what's crazy about him is he'll wake up and he will remember where he was. That's the funny thing. I said, yeah, you should be in the pulpit, not in the White House. But I have not really I haven't really paid attention, and I think where I'm at with it now is that literally it's just to a point where, I mean, let's just be clear, let's be honest, let's be candid up front and personal about the situation. I do not like Donald Trump. I did not like Donald Trump. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he acts. I don't like the way he behaves. I don't like none of that. I gotta tell the truth though. The truth is, economically, he's one of the best presidents we ever had. Economically, he was. When it came to morals and things, he's totally not that guy. But if you think about it, he's a businessman. I mean, that's just what he is. He's nothing else. From the way his children talk about him, he's not a good father. He's not a good husband. Morally, he's not a good person. But I think where Donald Trump kind of hit home with us people is when he started getting all these black people out of jail. And, he started kind of delving into, because this is what gets me. Economically, let's be very clear. Black people spend more money than anybody. Black people spend money on necessary, unnecessary, right, wrong, up, down, roundabout, hot, cold. We spend money on everything. Amazon is making more money off of us than anybody else.
He definitely they making money off of me and you, Kevin.
Well, yeah, I mean, because if I added up everybody's carts right now, not even what you bought, if I added up your carts right now, Amazon won't have to have an Amazon no more, because we don't put everything in our cart,
right?
And it's just a lot of stuff that goes on now. It's like, I'm looking at Donald Trump. I pay attention to what he's done, and I'm telling you, economically, we have been in a better position when it came to him, because he's numbers. He's like, they call the binary thing. That's a whole nother meaning now. But I went to school for computer programming, so binary codes is what they use for to do programming.
Right.
They done gave it another name. I ain't even getting involved with that. He's all about numbers. He's all about dollar signs. He's all about equity. He's all about economy. He's all about making more money. How do we do that? How do you know? So we've had a lot of opportunity to see ourselves come out of certain holes because of Donald Trump. Let me ask y'all a question. Another thing that he wanted to do, which I kind of see still as a problem, but one of the things he wanted to do was completely get rid of gas altogether. And he wanted to go completely electric because that's just the way of the world. Right. I had on my Instagram page, I had a young lady who was in Japan showing Japan's where they are as far as their tech is concerned. And I want to tell y'all something. We are worlds behind them. We are worlds behind. When I tell you worlds, they talking about making this new fast train to go from Vegas to California, but that ain't nothing new. Even in Europe, they have a train called the ice train in Europe. You know, that train goes 300 something miles an hour. You know, Japan's is going up to almost 400 an hour, like literally. And I'm like, wait a minute, you sure this train gonna stay on these tracks?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. For real.
Right.
You know,
hold on now.
Yeah, y'all doing too much. But I just think that they have it where that we're worlds behind them. And so the question that the young lady asked was, you know, the taxpayers in Japan, the government shows where their money goes. So you have, you know, in Japan,
there's no homeless.
There's really not. Right. In Japan, there's no men on the street in Japan from 6 in the morning until 11 at night. There's no men on the street.
What does that mean?
There's no men. They're all working. They're all working. They're not out hanging out, going to bars, doing whatever. Now, whatever happens after 11 o'clock at night, I don't know. But there are no men on the street during the day. It's only women and children.
Wow.
Because the men are working. So the money that these guys are putting into their families or into the tech or whatever, the construction in Japan is unbelievable.
I believe it.
Their skyline in Tokyo surpasses New York, Chicago, Vegas. I mean, it's crazy. So that's why I was talking about that. I didn't want to talk their ears off, but I was just making a point that, with Donald Trump, at least we had some sense of recovery economically. But when it came to family and stuff like that, that dude was the devil, bro.
Terrible.
You ain't want to deal with him. Not on that stage. Justin, what you think about that, man?
I hate politics. I understand the necessity of knowing it as a pastor and as a believer. I can't stand politics. And the reason why I can't stand politics is because I see so much of it in the church as much as I do in the world.
True.
So I'm turned off by it. But I totally agree with you. And that Donald Trump was he was entertaining. He was amusing. I would go on Facebook and say, let's see what this dude did today. It was always something. He was always saying something. But one thing he did do, I don't want to take this the wrong direction, but I feel like he awakened some racism that was sleeping.
Yes, he did.
That's good.
That's very good.
I think that there were some closet racist people who felt comfortable coming out.
Yep.
Because I think they thought it was a trump card for them, literally. And I think they thought we're going to make America great again. I really believe that statement was in reference to trying to get black people to be lower and lesser.
That is so true. That's true.
So, I had some experience. I started a hashtag called "Racism Still Exists" because I had a white lady cut me off and called me the N-word, and I threw a soda right at her car. Sure did.
Pastor.
I'm a man.
Listen. Listen,
I'm kidding. I would have endorsed it. Here's mine too.
Kev, I just left White Castle. My aunt,
Should
who's
do the
my
meal.
mother's twin sister, passed away that morning.
Oh,
I went to
wow.
work. I was like, yo, I can't be here because I work at a group home and that's a very high stress job. I said, let me get out of here. I left. I said, go get something to eat. I go to White Castle because you know, Kev, you from over here. You understand White Castle. So whatever. As I'm driving, I just got a large strawberry soda.
Oh, man. Strawberry?
This lady cut me off, flipped me the bird, the whole nine, but she had a friend that was following her, so I had one in front and one behind me. And then we stopped at a red light, and the girl got out the car. First, she got out the car like a dude. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Then she spit on my car.
That's it.
Then she said,
"That's it."
N-word.
Should
have been all kinds of bees. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I mean, all kinds.
I got out of my car.
Y'all would have still been talking. Y'all would have been talking. Okay.
I had the soda. Yeah, there was no words. There was no words. Her window. She had a red Durango. Her window was open, and I threw it, and I aimed it so perfectly, Kev.
You went inside.
It landed right on where the door and the window is. So half of it got in, and half of it got on her car. I was good.
Yeah, we ain't even that ain't part of the program, but let's talk about it for a minute. I remember I was in Irvine, California, man. I had left this church and I went to a spot called Lake Forest. No, it was El Toro Road was where I was. I got off and I stopped at this red light, and this man got behind me. But the light had turned green for us to move. But there was a lady that was crossing the street. So in California, you have to yield to pedestrians. And she was taking her time. So the guy was blowing at me. He had a white Ford F-150. And I'm driving, but I'm like, dude, I can't go nowhere. I got to wait till she goes. She got across the street. He sped from behind me. So then I took off to make the left to go into this restaurant. And when we got to the light on the corner, right before the restaurant, he gets beside me. Get the H out the way, nigger.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
And in that area, ain't nobody black. Ain't nobody really black.
It's all Aryan Brotherhood over there, bro.
Oh.
But I did not care. I put that car in park. I rolled all my windows down. I got out, went over, and I ran to his truck, and I tried to pull that fool out that truck. And on the other side of his truck, he had a whole Confederate flag on the other side of where the passengers were. And by that time, the Irvine police had come. They found out what was going on. And, you know, just one thing about me, I ain't scared of nobody. I just think I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies. I can't stand. I don't mess with people. People don't mess with me. But when a bully shows up, I get real. I'm like, you know, my main objective is to just make sure you don't walk home. So
hey Kev, hey Kev, see Steve moving these organs?
He already called him out.
When we done with this,
Justin,
you gotta explain what that job is. I don't understand how come you are able.
Oh, he'll tell you.
He'll
tell you.
We'll talk about that another time.
Okay, but tonight though, like put it on a bullet point or something, because I'm confused.
You've been MIA for a minute, Steve. So
no, I was on last week.
I know, but
for 2.4 seconds.
Exactly.
You missed 3 weeks in a row. So you got to pay.
And Brent said he might come on tonight, and I'm excited about it.
Come on through.
See, Brent don't got no. I got limits. Brent don't have no.
No, not at all. Brent is limitless.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Kev.
No, I'm good.
I saw him in the process of yeah.
I need to know about this job, though. I need to know about this job.
No. Listen,
Never
The
heard
real
of it.
job is this. My boy has an organ rental company, so he said they know who I am. So I help him with his company.
Company name, Steven. Plug the company. What's the company name?
Oh,
He's a
You ain't paying
harasser.
for no advertisement over here.
Don't right, advertise, free advertising.
Archie's Organ Rentals
Out
is
of where? Out of
out
where?
of New
Archie's
Jersey.
what?
That serves where?
Organ Rentals
That serves where?
serves the country.
Oh,
What part of the country?
You sound like you're in a hostile work environment, man. The
Oh
guard.
no, I'm not in
You
a hostile work environment.
give out some
you
hugs
sound a
and
little
Hey,
flowers
hostile.
at that
Steve.
point.
Nah, yeah.
Be careful moving them organs. You know that they're gentle.
They got pedals.
They got pedals and they got legs too.
They got legs too.
Yeah, they got legs.
They got some nice legs.
I ain't messing with you. See, you messed up.
And their name is
Let me-
Leslie.
Let me.
Hey, Kev, you'll like this one. This is a B3. It's a big body.
What is it?
Hey.
No Max.
This ain't no A100.
That ain't doing it. No.
Nah, this is a
Too
B3.
small. That's a B3. That's a
Oh,
hammer.
Lord.
Yeah. All right, I'm
Woo.
keeping the microphone full because I ain't gonna have you get me in trouble.
All right.
Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so needless to say, I almost beat the brakes off that white boy. Anyway, we have to be very careful because, no matter, now it used to be the South. It's like, watch the South. The South is not where you want to be. The South is not where you want to go. Well, let me say this. It has evolved in so many ways. Racism is next door.
Yeah.
They real slick with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, they real slick with it.
Yes.
They're slick with it because now they really don't know how to handle the fact that we're not afraid to retaliate.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna wait for the police to show up.
Right.
Because they're gonna take too long. I have found this out that the closer you live to a police station, the less they're gonna show up.
Mm.
When you really think about it.
Yeah.
And when they show up, they just gonna take us to jail anyway. So we might as well just go ahead and do what we're gonna do.
Might as well
they
fuck
gonna
them
be
up.
on. Crazy.
Tanya.
What'd she say?
She said it.
No, I didn't. Babe, don't say that.
She said it.
So wait, with my situation, the two cars started chasing me. I called 911, pulled into a parking lot, locked the door. The police came. They have to calm the girl down.
Mm-hmm.
He comes over to me and says, "Sir, you can't go around throwing soda at people." I said, "Sir, I threw soda at her because she called me the N-word. She told me she called you the N-word because she threw the soda at her." I said, "Sir, just think about this, officer. You had to calm her down for 15 minutes. I've been sitting in my car calmly waiting for you. I called 911, not them. I called. I said, and you think that I would just randomly throw soda on a woman in a car sitting on the side just because?" He said, "Well, that's what she told me, sir. You can't go around." I said, "You know what? I'm going to close my window and I'm going to pull off." I said, "Because I'm going to say something to you that's going to get me arrested." And he looked at me. And then another cop came over and he heard what's going on. He was like, "Yo, listen," he said, "we deal with this woman all the time. She's
oh,
a
wow.
problem. We know who she is. Go home."
What?
We know she probably the one. He said, "I know she probably she caused it. You go home."
Wow.
Was that
Not
guy
she
black?
known.
Was that
No.
guy? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
But
Got one on our side.
it's just, again, I'm the one who called. I'm the one who took.
Yeah.
They were chasing me.
Right.
I wasn't chasing them.
Right. I could see if you was behind them.
Right.
But yeah. Okay.
And it's just, and you can't tell them that it ain't really here. They'll be like, "You guys, it's 400 years. You guys to get over it." No.
Yeah. No, it's here for real. What up, cuz?
What up, bro? How everybody doing?
Good. How
You all moved in?
You
got the
already
logo
know
on the
it.
back. You got the logo on the back already stuck on the wall.
Oh yeah, you know, yeah. I try to do things big, man. I got to.
We got a happy mix today, Kev, of men and women.
And I do got a special guest, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, good to see you. Good to see you.
Bless
see
me
you.
the
Beer,
Lord.
but it's not water. No.
This is my Robin to Batman. So,
Well, them other knuckleheads will be on here in a minute. So
awesome.
that's what I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna drink all of mine. But anyway, all right. So we covered daylight savings. Avery, what you think about that? You think we should keep it the same? Think we should move it? What you think?
It don't bother me. I don't really
Okay.
matter. I'm gonna wake up or go to sleep early either way.
Right.
It bothers me though because I feel like I have to be at work at 7 a.m. and there are times where I'm going. It looks like midnight, and I still can't get my mojo going. But the way that it is now, the daylight's up. I'm like, okay, cool. I can conquer the world. Even though I still can't, but anyway, I can conquer the world. So I'd rather it stay the way it is right now. Like when I'm waking up at 7 a.m. on the West Coast here in Vegas, it's daylight when I daylight when I come home. But that other stuff, when I tell you,
I feel like
it's mentally draining.
That extra hour of sleep we get in the fall, winter time.
I'm not gonna lie, you ain't lying.
That be heaven sent.
But it's hard to get through it. You're right. I have to agree with you. But it's hard to get through it. It's hard to get through it.
Shift the day. Let it do it on a Friday into a Saturday.
Yeah.
No, because I need that extra hour to get ready for church. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, but when we lose it,
them church Negroes, you gotta deal with them church folk.
Man, but when we lose the hour, I'll be in church with the hours. I'm like, open your Bibles. I said, open your Bibles.
It make me mad, don't it?
We're 1 hour down. You don't want to clap?
just upset for all the wrong reasons.
All
just
the
mad.
Make you want to holler.
Sleep deprived.
Yeah, I know with me, I can't stand it either way. There is nothing worse. I think I have to wake up and somebody doesn't. So glad of that. But it just seems like that hour that you're supposed to get up just comes so fast after you go to sleep.
Yeah.
You go to sleep
and
you get in that deep sleep and be like, I ain't even turned over yet. And y'all already, come on, man. So I ain't gonna lie, I have an attitude in the morning because I didn't get enough sleep. I mean,
Have you ever been up and saw the clock jump?
Yes. Several times.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, that Saturday back in the day, man, when I used to watch Saturday Night Live, and Apollo used to come on at 1. After Apollo went on, you see that thing jump 3 o'clock. I said, bro.
Nah, mine was wrestling came on from 12 to 1. And it would come on, and I'll watch it till 1 o'clock. I would go to walk to my bed, and it's 6:59, and I don't know how the heck that happened.
That's what me and TikTok these days. I'd be like, damn, it was just 10. It's 3 a.m. Oh my God, yeah. Seriously.
TikTok is a distraction. When I tell you, you can watch about
it really
5.
Honestly is.
You want to watch 2 videos, you've watched 17.
Right.
Listen, I don't mean to get this deep, but babe, I love when like we're together because I'm not on it. But when we not together, I'd be like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
All my kids make TikToks like they eat Tic Tacs, man. I gotta keep watching it just to see what they doing, bro. Like,
well, let's talk about this real quick. This was not on my program, but I want to say this. I think I posted it. I don't know. I'm almost certain I did. There's a guy from India who was sitting there talking about TikTok. He said that China controls the algorithm, right? He said that the algorithm that they show to the U.S. Let me go back. He said the algorithm that they show to China, they're showing children who are excelling in school. They show people who are building businesses. They show families that are having children where they're accomplishing different kind of goals in their heritage. They're showing people graduating from school, and they're showing all of that. That's the algorithm in China. He said, what's the algorithm in all other countries? He said pranks, cop videos, parties, people dancing up and down the street, people getting hit with whatever. He said they control the algorithm. And I said, okay, so, and the guy was like, listen, the pranks that he said they're the funniest things in the world, but you see more of that stuff on our algorithm. And what China did with theirs, they only show people who are rising above, going above and beyond, educational accomplishments and, family accomplishments, and just, and I was like, see, that's what I'm telling y'all. They don't have no respect for us because we are literally in a position where they feel like that's why people don't like this country, because they feel like morally we stand for nothing.
Yeah, we're far behind, man.
Yeah.
I said that 30 minutes ago. We are far behind. If you look at the infrastructure of Japan, of China, and you see how their buildings are, the way they handle, we don't know this, but in Europe, they know how to bow to kings and queens. In the United States, we're taught, be your own king and queen.
Yep.
And we end up bowing. We end up bowing to nothing.
Right.
Because the other thing is, you can give me the title all day, but I don't know who I am.
Right. That's true.
So I can have and here's the other thing: a vandal destroys a seed, a farmer plants it. Right. So when you actually get to a point where you look at royalty, I can have on a crown and a coat and gown, and I can walk around and say, I'm the king, I'm the king. But what I can't bear is the weight of the crown. After a while, it gets tiring because I'm not used to wearing it.
Right.
So that's why now with the
really
gown,
good.
I'm hot because it's velvet. It got the all the different metals and stuff on it. It's not only hot, but it's heavy. I don't practice that element, so I don't know how to bear the weight of the title.
That's good. You preaching today.
If in China and in Europe and all of that, they are taught how to bow to queens, how to bow to kings, how to reverence walking into the castle or walking into the royal room or the magistrate, because they're taught that. In America, we're like, hey, listen, just get welfare. You good. You a man. Listen, they owe you that. We're not taught that. So when I look at what TikTok has done and what it has gotten to, when he said that, I was like, wow, you know what? And I'm the main one watching the pranks because I love to see people getting scared.
That's going to be funny, though.
I love
be
to see
hilarious.
people getting beat up. I love to see people getting in their car and they don't know somebody in the back and they just jump out at that stuff. And it's not what they did that's funny, it's the reaction.
Yes.
I lose it. But I'm also recognizing that now I'm part of the problem. Because I'm looking like, and time is the one commodity in this world that we can never get back.
That's right.
So
and somewhat addicted to the problem.
We're addicted to social media. It's another way for them to distract us. We're addicted to it. We are addicted to social media. We are addicted to not paying attention to our dreams. We're addicted to that.
Or not only are we addicted to it, but we're so hell-bound on wanting to be famous that we don't really focus on our dreams to fulfill them.
That's right.
So we want everybody to look at every step that we're doing, and we're not even accomplishing nothing because we're too busy wanting to focus.
I love my brothers, but I don't want to see what you eating. I don't care.
Right.
Bro.
Because having that joint be looking nasty anyway.
I don't care that you at some of the restaurants and every time I turn around, I don't know why you're not fat.
Right.
I feel like big people should not be post. Let me shut my mouth.
Yeah, Justin. Let's go.
Justin,
let's go.
there are some
Because
videos.
we know
especially
plenty of
You
them.
might free a big person.
There's some videos on YouTube that really irritates me, where you have people sitting in front of their camera and they're eating and crunching, and people are actually liking
Watch
that.
it.
What in the world is that
But it's
about?
so
They
intriguing.
like that ASMR. They like
They be
that
like,
ASMR.
they be like this. They be like,
Yes.
they be like this. I'm about to eat this chicken.
That's all you.
Not
Oh,
they whispering
hey,
too. They
Some
whispering.
smoke
They
barbecue.
whispering.
all you
I got
see
some-
is
I got
hearts
some
and
collard
thumbs up
Right.
and,
Yes.
you know,
It
crowns.
sounded like
And,
Miss Pac-Man and stuff. Like, come on.
Right.
Oh, this good. It's not good,
Hey.
Ma. I can make it better.
hey,
Oh, it's good.
the-
I got some lemonade.
You not lying. You are not lying. You
I'm
are
gonna
not
make my
lying.
own dip. Here's my own dip. Like, come on.
like the
And-
lady
and-
that be sitting there eating the big lobsters and
Yeah,
crabs and
that's-
stuff.
Yes,
And
we
she, like,
love.
And they be right here. Like, I don't want to see.
But here's the
Why
thing.
you
Here's the
snoring
thing.
in a wake? I'm trying to
you-
figure that out. Why you snoring in a
You're not lying, Justin. You're not lying. I just feel like they've awakened this new ASMR, right? Where we're like
Mhm.
listening to the sound of the crunch,
Mhm.
listening to the break of the crunch or whatever, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they've awakened this thing that we never talked about before until now we got this new social media, I'm gonna say in a very nice way, BS.
Mhm.
That now people are like, well, let me listen to some more ASMR. You know what I mean? So then now we're listening to people snoring, eat, and awake. Like it's wild, and it's crazy, and it's also, as you said, a
nuts.
distraction.
It
It's a distraction, and it's nothing but a waste of time.
That's
Yeah.
the truth.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
My kids love going on YouTube and watching other kids play.
Yep. Yep.
What is that
What?
about?
That's
Mhm.
weird. But that's the same thing.
What is that about? They'll sit there and watch. I forget the kid's name.
Famous Tube Kids.
Yeah. And they'll watch them. They'll just watch
Mhm.
them play.
Mhm.
And then, like, now they have these videos where the whole family's involved. So like the mom and the dad's
Absolutely.
recording,
Yeah,
and they
call
just
honey something. Yeah.
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 And then all of a sudden they're just sitting there for hours just watching other people play and do a whole bunch of. It's a bunch of distraction. It's a bunch of time wasted.
Mhm.
Wasted time.
I'm gonna make y'all laugh. So I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I was like, you know, YouTube is the new TV. I mean, it's not even new anymore, but YouTube is television. I did not know this, that there are people who literally have channels that are only subscribing to colors.
What do you
So
mean?
you'll go on their page, right? They have 3 million followers.
Jesus.
When you go on their page, they literally have people who have 10 hours of a specific color on the screen. No music, no audio, no nothing.
And they
It's
get a check for this.
They get them
And they
big
get a
checks.
check for that.
And they get a plaque.
Find me
too.
a color.
Yeah, they get a plaque.
They get a plaque too.
One man had
Find me a color.
and then if you get you get a plaque, WWE got the red diamond. Did you see that? The red diamond is this big because they have over 100 million followers.
Sweet Jesus.
What?
So there's a red diamond that you get in this iron metal case. When you open it up, there's a red diamond in there and there's a light over it. It shows that you have over 100 million subscribers. But my point is that there are people looking at other people's channels that have their only job is to put up colors. I'm talking red, white, black, blue, green, orange, purple. You can see this. I'll send it to everybody in the email.
Please do.
No, I'm not.
I'm about to get
Right, 'cause I
paid.
have not
I
even heard
have
of
a
it.
question.
I'm about
Yes,
to get a
ma'am.
nice little
So
green.
how do you get people to subscribe to that? Because you would have to label it a certain way in order to get.
It's the content, it's the hashtags you put, it's the keywords.
No,
Yep.
some
It's
It's a
people
time
it's-
frame.
It's the time. Yeah, you got to know when to post that stuff.
Mhm.
That's
But
true.
I'm telling you,
Peak time.
I went to one man's page, and this man had over 3 million followers. And when I wanted to see, well, what is he doing? I know he probably skydiving, he probably shooting, he probably throwing axes, he doing something. His whole page is dedicated and committed to colors.
That's crazy.
Please send that page.
And some people actually pay to get those subscribers.
Now.
Yes, they do. Yes,
they
they do.
Yeah.
Because I was
especially on
offered
Instagram.
that.
Yep.
Wait,
Oh yeah, especially on Instagram.
Let's talk about the new. Well, I don't know if they're doing it now, but I'm not sure if you guys have ever scrolled and saw somebody going, yeah, like they're repeating themselves. Yeah,
I was getting ready to talk about that.
Like
Yes.
I'm like,
what is that about?
Yes.
So this young lady on TikTok has a bunch of followers where she goes on. She has a bunch of people that come on. She's on live. She can go live on TikTok because she has that many followers. And everything they tell her to do, she does. So if they put up a sound that goes cow, she goes moo.
That sounds like some house nigga. I'm sorry.
We done dropped the N-word about twice over.
Yeah, you good. Is that all you have to say?
More than twice.
But that's what
it's been more than twice.
You give me if you dance, I'll give you five.
Right.
But like, you know what happens is I think TikTok has these different icons that you can like instead of hitting hearts, like Rob will put heart like when we're talking
right.
Now, you can put like a rose. So when you put a rose, she says a certain thing. If you put a hat, that she says something else. Yeah, a rose. Like, right? So she's like keeping up what she sees, and she's like, oh,
yeah.
I'm going.
They look like those Sims. They act like
yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I'm watching for 10 seconds. Okay, like what the hell is going on here?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm looking at the things that's flying up from the the comments or whatever.
Right.
And mind you, people have to pay for that.
Yes, they're paying for
absolutely.
those things they're sending.
So I'm going, well shoot, let me get the rhythm.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I could never do it, but I'm just like, it's sad that we're pointing this out the way that you guys are saying it now. I never thought about this colors, honey. That's crazy to me. Yeah. But it shows how distracted we are. And then for that Justin who mentioned about his kids watching somebody's kids watching other kids play, and they're just like mesmerized when you can go out and do the same thing.
Just record it.
The whole sidewalk.
Right, and record it. Go back and watch yourself.
No, there's a guy actually on YouTube who gets a lot of likes just from singing somebody's name. So as soon as their name come on the screen, he sings the name. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Are you serious?
I've seen people write names. They got some good fun.
Yes, I mean,
they're like, give me another name. Oh, Karen.
Yep. Viral. They going viral for the dumbest stuff.
I'm
like, let me make something up.
And they got me going on looking at my font like, can I do this too?
Right. We color a dry erase board.
They got DJing and everything up there. DJing and all of that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. And the real truth and fact of the matter is, and I'm finding I'm telling you, I will get ready to move to the next subject, but there's a guy on here who has a kaleidoscope on a YouTube channel, and it got 8.9 million views.
My God, man.
Kevin, to your point, I've seen people just sleep live. And I'm not gonna lie.
Yes,
TikTok,
and play video games.
Yep. All I'm doing is I'm not tapping to watch. I'm tapping to see how many people are actually watching. I'm going,
right.
I'm like 2K, 3K, 100K, like to sleep?
Just to sleep and be on their little video game PC. That's
literally not making money. You're doing nothing to make money. You're making money. That's crazy.
Yep.
Sure,
so you're right.
Sleep.
Sure, I feel like I'm trying too hard. Like,
but listen, and that's the real truth. Hey, I was about to say, I don't wrote a book. I done did a whole bunch of stuff. I can't sell 300 copies of this.
We
and my book is full
work,
of information.
Not more work.
Yeah, you gotta work smarter, not harder. That's what you're telling me.
I guess the next time you write, just take a picture of you sleeping.
Yeah. Or take a picture of what I'm
reading.
What I'm
about to say, go live reading the book.
Yeah.
Or call out people's names.
Yeah, sing it.
Right.
Hey,
Right,
John,
right.
John. Hey, and okay, let's move to the next.
It's sad because we've shrunk ourselves to
Yes.
where our minds are okay with
Yeah.
just the minimal, and we'll watch and we'll be concerned or we'll be just attentive to things that are so minute. You know what I mean? And when I say we, I'm included.
Right.
I'm going. What the hell?
Right.
What can I do?
Right. Because you be
And I-
so intrigued. Like,
and partially, I'll be a little jealous. It's like, well, dang.
Yes.
No.
Not even partially. A whole lot of
Not
jealousy.
partially. Thank
Man.
you, Tracy. Tracy,
Not even
Tracy.
partially.
The entire cup.
Tracy, you gotta go take a walk. You so pissed off. It's like, you know what? I've been trying all my life to work. I've been going to work. I've been studying. I've been trying to do it. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. The people that are joining in on these channels that are watching these people, their names are Boogie Bear, Shay Shay, Londa, Baba something. You know they ain't got no education, but they paying money to watch this other uneducated person do uneducated stuff.
Right.
They got too much time on their hands, huh?
Good.
My ignorant self watching it. Like,
and I'm listen.
I'm like,
it's between why am I watching it, and I'm mad I'm watching it.
Yes.
I can't believe I'm watching.
Why can't I do that?
I do that.
Right. Right.
I'm over here getting my masters. I'm wrecking my brain, and this girl talking about cake. Water. Scissors.
Where's that pony?
Saying, ain't got
and I'm
no.
like this. I'm like, okay.
Let me tell you something. And I don't know about y'all, but after this conversation, this live go, I'm gonna still be thinking about it. I'm gonna find a way.
Bro, trust me, we gonna find a way, brother.
I'm gonna find a way. If you see me with a clown hat on, let me know what you need monetarily. I probably got it for you.
Y'all gonna be calling me Billy.
My blessings.
Y'all gonna call me Bojangles Robinson because I'm gonna be dancing up on that thing.
You should start a YouTube channel for blinking like this.
Right.
Yeah.
YouTube channel for blinking.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me tell you, I seen two girls do it, and they were in sync. I was like, how the hell are they doing that?
Yes, they practicing hard.
They practicing hard, and I was trying to be the third girl. Like,
oh, here we go. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. Okay. All right. So 12 hours. 12. I'm going to move to the next thing. 12 hours of this.
Ain't no way.
What?
Ain't no way.
Watch this.
I'm about to find me a
Let me see if I can do it. Look how many views he got.
Wow.
I can't see that. Wait.
That don't make 4.6 million.
4.6 million.
When was that posted?
Now,
is there commercials
says,
in between that?
No, it's 12 hours of just looking at a blue screen.
That's crazy.
4.6 million views. Watch this. This was 10 years ago.
That's why, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are these people high looking
People
at
still look.
They gotta be.
They go smoke weed and then they be like, wow, I can see the unicorn.
That's a lot of high people. That's a whole lot of high people.
That's a dope blue color. I don't know.
No, for real. They're like, I'm feeling blue today. Let me go watch this blue video.
Right.
They had one where it went from white to black and then it went back to white again. 50 million views.
That's some crazy joint, bro.
And let me be clear. People, now this is more of a purpose, but I've seen it where people have just shown a fireplace, right? So your place is right. You may not have a fireplace.
Yeah.
That's cool, right? Like,
yeah.
It's still a bit of a purpose, but just a color? Just a color?
Can I tell you something? The Yule log doesn't get that many views, okay?
You're so silly.
And that's on one of the biggest holidays of the year. They don't get 4.6. This man put a screen that went from white to black, black to white, 50 million views.
Crazy.
Which means he had over 1 million likes on it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the next thing. I'm getting upset.
Yeah, I'm
getting
pissed off, bro.
It was good, and it got us thinking, and we might all get off this thinking about how.
Listen, if I see a bunch of colors and stuff on y'all pages, I know what's going on.
Everybody pick a color. Everybody pick a color.
Everybody pick a color.
All of us.
I'm gonna be like, I need to get a piece of that. They didn't know nothing about that till I told them. So,
give me 10%. Give me my 10%.
Right. Pay me your time. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right.
Lord have mercy.
We're gonna move to this, but we got a big one to move to, y'all. So just give me a second. Healthcare and life insurance.
Justin was talking about that last week, right?
Yeah, I think he was. You know, I will tell y'all this. You know, I look at what's going on with Medicare. I look at what's going on with the insurance companies and the premiums and the costs and everything. On the same page, Bill Gates has officially almost bought up half the farmland in the country.
Wow.
It's pretty much bought up everything. Over Bill Gates' house, he controls the airspace. So planes cannot fly over his house. So a man that controls the air will eventually think he can control the animals.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely safeguarded himself. He said, "Ain't nobody ever going to drop no bombs on me while I'm asleep."
Right. It might be in front of me and behind me, but it's not going to be on top.
It won't be in my house.
No. But he's buying up all the farmland. There are a lot of companies that are fighting against him, allegedly, but what's being said now is that he is working with the government to deal with this. And so the life insurance thing and healthcare, they all play hand in hand. I want to say something about life insurance. People think that life insurance only works when you're dead. And the truth is that's not true. The other thing is you are specifically supposed to live off of your life insurance. And that's why it's called life insurance. It's not called death insurance.
Right.
So when you get to a point where you really look at what's going on, life insurance at a premium, you should be able to borrow against it while you are alive and well. You don't have to be sick to use your life insurance. You never had to. If you're paying a certain amount of money a month, you really honestly should never go broke.
That's good.
That's
true.
Because for your life, you're covering your life. So what happens is it's not life insurance when you die and then everybody gets a percentage. It's life insurance so that way you can use the actual funds that are in your life insurance. You know, especially with COVID happening and all that. I found out that there was 62% of people that were living off their life insurance when COVID happened. That's why they wasn't worried about the businesses closing. Because they were living off of their life insurance. They were borrowing against it. You have to put it back, but you don't have to put it back.
Right.
Okay.
It's your life insurance. It's not a bank that says, well, you know, in order for you to get a loan, you have to do it. No, you're literally borrowing from your home.
Right. You're not borrowing against anything else.
Right.
No. And that's why a lot of people are so afraid to sign on life insurance because they feel like that's signing a death certificate. No, you've been misled. You're signing a life certificate. So that way you can live with your life insurance while you're alive. When you die is when what's left over is left to your family.
Right.
And a lot of people do not know that. We have a lot of misguided people who really don't understand. I should probably go into selling life insurance now that I'm set over there.
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
But it's like we're so fearful because we don't have knowledge of what's going on.
And they're not going to tell you that either.
No, they're not going to tell you because knowledge is power.
Right.
So if you come to me and say, and you know what, Queen Latifah and all of them said that when the pro-black days was out back in the 90s. And I was like, yeah, knowledge is power. No, the reality is knowledge is power. If I know that I have rights to my life insurance, and if I know that I can actually live with my life insurance and not a death insurance, then I'm going to borrow out of that and I'm going to do what I need to do with it. There are a lot of people who started companies with their life insurance money.
Do you think it's just us that don't know this and other people do, like our light-skinned cousins?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
I think it's just the black people who are not giving that information because I want to tell you this. Although we are the most We are the biggest consumers in the country.
Mm-hmm.
We are the biggest consumers. Little turns to much,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you spent $75 at the beauty supply store, to some people that might not be a lot of money. We'll take that one Boom Quisha and multiply her by 700 million.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, between the Atlantic and the Pacific coast, and there you have your bread.
Right.
You know,
That
And
came
all
out
of those
nowhere.
store owners are related.
And they all Asian.
All Asian.
Oh,
Yo,
They all Asian.
I found out what they do, and I was totally. They have a 3 to 5 year plan, and what they do is after that 3 to 5 year plan, when they've made enough money, they allow their family members to come over and take over the business. That is brilliant, bro. That's
Hey,
brilliant.
Chris, I got one better for you. Let's stick a pin right there. You know who I have the highest regard for, especially on the West Coast?
Who?
The Mexicans.
Yeah.
Because the Mexicans will put 109 people.
Yes, they will.
In a 2-bedroom house.
Yep.
And they will go and work them gardens. They will go and work them fruit stands. They will go and take all that money and put it in a big old giant pot and go in the backyard and have tacos and Coronas.
Yep.
I'm gonna raise you that one now.
Right.
Another group of people that are very good at it is the Muslims.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guess what
Yep.
stores are the number one in America
Yep.
right now?
Mm-hmm.
7-Eleven.
Them smoke shops. No. Them smoke shops. And one of my homies actually owns about 25 of them right now. They don't go to the bank and get any money. They get it from their family. Their family are millionaires. So the only debt that they have to pay is through their family. They don't believe in taking loans from banks. That is genius.
They don't just sell
Well, see,
either.
in America, what we are taught is you can't get along without this government.
Yep.
We're taught that.
That's good.
You will not get along without this government. And I'm going to tell you what about drugs. The only reason why they try to stop drugs from happening is because they can't tax them.
Mm-hmm.
If they could tax cocaine, let me tell you what they do. They'd be and if they could tax cocaine, they would be in every area of the Black community.
That's true.
It wouldn't matter. Yep, you're right.
They doing it right now with weed.
Yeah, listen.
That's right.
All the dispensaries are in places where they know that multiple people can come. Now on Fremont Avenue here in Las Vegas, I gotta be honest with you. You will see more white addicts.
Wow.
I'm being real with you. You will see more white addicts than Black. You will see more white homeless people than Black people. You will see way more of them because Vegas is a place where people came to gamble and they lost everything and they couldn't go anywhere else.
They got stuck.
They got stuck right here. And so,
and this ain't the
going
place.
back
It's too hot for that.
You're right.
It's either too hot for it or it's too cold.
Right.
Ain't no gray area in Vegas. You're either gonna burn up or you're gonna freeze to death. That's it.
Yeah. Or blow
or blow out of here. Yeah. That might be your best bet. But with the healthcare and with the life insurance, I think black people, especially people in church, I want to say this again.
I hate Vegas.
The church is not going to save you from everything. As a matter of fact, the church is the place where you go to either get spiritual help or you're there to tell a testimony about what you've been in.
God is
what I know about, and now what I know about the churches in Las Vegas is that
it's not. You can't do that.
And I want to say this: people hounded Ty Tribbett because he said he did not say the church was whack. He said the
Exactly.
systems of the church was whack.
Exactly.
And
He
I
did
agree
not say the church. That's not what,
100,000.
And I
not what
agree
he said.
1,000%.
I agree.
Yep.
We've been preaching that for years. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so he
yeah.
Right.
He said
Right.
the system. So when Pastor Mike got on there, I want to punch him right in his face.
Right. I mean, come
You,
on.
you first of all, you have
I
his
like being
phone number.
controversy.
He the problem.
He is the problem. You have Ty Tribbett's number, and you could have called him on there, but you wanted some publicity and some
Right, he wanted
somebody
right.
to say something.
That's what it's
But
about.
if I had been next to him, I
Performance.
would have punched him so hard the back of his head would have came completely off. Because first of all, Ty's my brother, but he did not. People listen they hear what they want to hear.
Exactly.
And they listen to what they want to listen to. He did not say the church was whack. He said the systems of the church is whack. Well, let me say this about Las Vegas. The churches are whack out here.
Whack. See my mouth? Whack.
That's not allegedly, right?
It's not allegedly. It is a fact.
It is a fact.
It's horrible.
Okay.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because
whack. I'm sorry.
it's one thing if you try to mimic what you see for your stuff to work. That's one thing. But when you ain't never been nowhere, you ain't never done nothing, you ain't never talked to nobody, you never had counsel, you never had a meeting, you never had a gathering, you never had none of that. But you steady trying to lead people to a place where you never been, you're whack.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
from the
Can
start
I
of church
put
in
my
Vegas.
hand up? I
It's
got my
easy.
hand up.
It's easy. And guess what? If you started a church in Vegas, I bet you 9 out of 10 times, the majority of all the people that have gone to all the other churches are going to go to your church.
Yes.
Wow.
I got a hand up.
Go ahead.
Because they don't do it, like Google Meets, you can put your hand up. Okay, so let me explain something. So we have gone to churches where I was feared for my life. Okay. Literally, the church was about as many people as us, maybe times 3. Okay, that's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. And when
That's a family reunion.
That's like a family dinner.
Sunday dinner, right?
That's a dinner. That ain't no reunion. Right?
Yeah, that's a dinner.
an intimate family reunion. You're absolutely right. It ain't even like 3 generations. It's the one generation.
Right. Big Mama not there. She at the
Big
house.
Mama ain't there. She at the house. She said, I can't make it this time.
I'm tired of this church.
Now mind you, was it how many people sit on this phone? It's 7 of us. So 21. No, 14 people. I'm sorry, been drinking. And then when the pastor would get up, all the security get up. It's only 14 people in here.
Well, he got security.
He got right. What is he need security for?
So you got 7 people and you need bodyguards?
From what?
And I'd be like this. What are we like? What are we?
That's
why
the
are we
whole
all
church.
Right. What?
And everybody is connected to. If anybody listens to Vegas, I don't really care. Anyways, if everybody's connected to another church, like everybody's coming from another church, but it's like there's no unity. There's no. First of all, Vegas is already a transient area, so right, everybody comes from somewhere else. It's very rare that you'll find somebody who grew up here. Very rare. When you like, woo, you're like a special person. I want to put you in a little box, but I can't do that. But church, a church person or a person who's a Christian, it's very rare it's even more rare to find someone who's been here all their life. And you're like, well, what church did you go to? Well, I started here, I started there. And mind you, every church that they say, am I lying, Kevin? We're like, we've been there. Okay, heard about that. Okay. It's completely sad. Like it almost needs to be all wiped away and just either start
over. It needs a complete overhaul.
I honestly didn't think that Vegas had churches. The closest church was Bellagio Baptist.
No. And you have churches in the same what's called like mall. What's called like a street mall?
Oh, strip mall.
Strip mall. Exactly. You have like at least 2 or 3 in the same thing.
Right.
And then don't let it be a
that sound like Brooklyn.
Right. don't let it be a midnight musical or something like that, because everybody's migrating to there, right? Or don't let it be something that's special because everybody's migrating there. It's the same old people. I feel like I live in LA and I haven't moved. It's just
wow.
I absolutely 100% hate it here.
And Las Vegas is actually smaller than LA.
It is a lot smaller.
So everybody's on top of each other, and I want to say this. I'm very careful.
I'm not
sorry. And how I feel. I think Steve can attest to this. You know, and I talked to Thomas Hammond last night. People just cannot take people being real and honest. They're going to first shun it away, no matter how you slice it, dice it, how you serve it. They're not going to like the fact that you not only have an opinion, but you're strong with it. You know, they really don't like it. So they can tell you, well, I'm offended. I've had a lot of pastors tell me, well, I'm offended at the way you said it. And I'll say, I don't give a damn if you're offended or not.
I said what I said.
At the end of the day, you know, what you have let me know is if I don't do it your way, it's the highway.
Right.
So before I get on the highway, let me tell you how I feel. Because I know what I say is going to stick with you after I get out of here. I know.
And the car is running.
Yeah, I'm already gone. Matter of fact, we're on the phone. I don't even know why you're talking about. I ain't even in the building. You know, but the reality of it is that we live in a day and time where people really have to understand that the truth is the truth, and I can't water it down. Because I'll be honest, the truth ain't watered down when I get it.
Exactly.
It got cacti needles, and you know, it got all kind of stuff. Like it's sticky when it comes to me. You know, so I can only give it to you the best way I can, and the only way I know how to give it to you is the way that I got it. You know, who am I to water down the truth just to, oh well, you know, don't worry about it. No, it was said to me, get your tail up, stop being lazy, get out here and do what you gotta do. So I'm not gonna go to you and be like, well, you know, hey, man, you be all right. No, I can't say that. So let's move. These are all.
I gotta say one more thing. I have never seen so many pastors in one state that don't like each other. I used to live in LA.
Justin.
Yo, it's like
New York
in a reality TV show.
New York.
Hey, I told her, I said, I understand what's going on in Vegas, but let me be honest with you. Brooklyn got way more churches in Vegas.
I didn't know.
And when I tell you,
I ain't lived there.
These people, I'm talking about their car is parked one behind the other. They gotta see each other when they leave.
Yep.
And they will not talk. They will not look at each
no
other.
No praise the Lord, no nothing.
Yo,
and
I tell you,
forbid their people to go over there. Forbid their people.
If I see you talking to Pastor so and so,
you're a traitor.
You are literally exonerated.
That's a game.
They'll do.
That's a cult.
Services.
Exactly.
Their choirs are competing and their bands competing. I heard a bishop say, "I paid for Spanky to come play for me because I knew I was coming so and so place, and I had to bring my A game."
Wow.
For church, bro, you preaching,
right?
I on my block, I got 4 churches on my block. That's on my from one.
New Jersey ain't no better. We got just as many. I got about. Well,
I never seen
in
that.
New Jersey no more, but
we got churches that share the same building that don't talk to each other.
Be honest, come on now. They be like, I got church at 11. I also got church at 1:15. But I don't.
I'm gonna tell you what was weird to me. Over there, around the corner from Herkimer Avenue, there was one historic church, and then there was another historic church across the street.
Private chat.
And
yeah, you know I'm late.
Yeah, already know.
Because I know Justin know everything.
And when I tell you, and here's the thing, both of these churches are musically known to the world, like both of them.
I knew you was gonna say that.
And they don't talk to each other they won't go across the same street.
Kev, did I grab it? Did I get it?
I'm getting ready to look.
No, he did. Yeah, I knew that.
You already knew you had that. You already knew you had that. But they don't even talk. So that's what I don't understand. I'm like, but y'all all reading out the same Bible though.
Right. Y'all serve the same God. Like, what's going on?
Because
I think so.
Here's why. The reason is and I told my church this tonight. You have to have
not Bible study tonight. Okay.
We have Bible study. That's why I was late.
Come on.
You got to have discipline. The root word of discipline is disciple. You can't be a disciple and not have discipline or be disciplined.
Yes.
But what happens is discipline and being disciplined checks your character and your integrity. These people, once they get a title, they don't like to get checked. They don't even let God check them.
No accountability.
When their integrity is out of whack, there's no conviction. So they keep doing what they want to do. And instead of them, how you a bishop with 3 people in your church?
Right.
You just don't want to answer to nobody. But you make yourself the top of the chain so that nobody can come and tell you something. But the reality is even if nobody human being can tell you something, God should be able to convict you and tell you.
Exactly.
But they don't care about their character. They don't care about their integrity because my title is always going to be there.
Exactly.
Them 3 members are the upgrade because I know a lot of bishops that don't have members at all. They don't even have a building. How is that possible?
Right.
Bro, all you need is 10 G's and shake somebody's hand. You'll be a bishop tomorrow.
Is it 10,000 now? I saw a site where you pay $59.99.
No, you gotta pay. You gotta pay for the. You gotta pay for the robe.
Another bishop has to sign on you.
Yeah.
You can't just make you can go and fill out the papers, but if you want to be ratified, you want to be validated, you need a bishop to do it. And there's a bishop who will do it right now. If you call him, be like $10,000, he'd be like, give me the date. And find 3 other bishops to sign the papers.
And he probably sleeping with your wife while you requesting his signature.
Or your son.
Ain't no way.
Right.
You sleep with your son too. Like
Robert chat.
Yeah, I know.
Justin.
I knew that too. I don't know how I knew.
Let's go.
Yo, when I tell you,
Justin, don't send me nothing else.
No, bro. No. I'm sick of it.
It's tiring, bro.
Let's go to the next up. Don't you send me enough. Listen, healthcare and life insurance.
Let me talk about these stems because I got stuff.
Life insurance is important. It is about life. It is not about death. It is about life. Health insurance is possible.
You are crazy.
I'm not paying this. I'm gonna mute your mic, Steve. Stop, man.
Justin, you are crazy.
He's crazy. You just saw what he put. I'm not messing with him.
Yes.
Health insurance. A lot of our musician colleagues, we don't even want to get off into that because the bottom line is there are a lot of women who are waiting for somebody to take care of them. And they don't take care of themselves.
That is an amazing segue, Kev. I love it.
Yeah, I'm going into the next part because
it was very left. It was very left. It was almost like the way Brent.
Yeah, he said that thing lovely. That was nice.
No, when he said that Maddie Moss Clark was a hoe, that was okay. Go ahead.
Nobody said that today.
I'm saying it's a left. It was a left. I'm saying it was a left. It was a left.
His spirit is lingering.
Yeah, it is. Brent, your spirit is on here. We casting it out. Your spirit on here. Anyway, let's go to this, y'all. This is a big situation. There's a lot that we need to talk about. So let's go. I'm gonna say one name, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish my wine.
It's not Maddie Moss.
No. I said one name. I ain't say a full name.
We didn't say that, by the way. None of us said it.
The name that I'm getting ready to say is Diddy.
That's even worse.
So here's some footnotes.
Cool.
Here it is. If we didn't see the video, would we believe him?
Yes.
I'm gonna be real.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's too close.
But you was getting ready to say something else, cousin. You was getting ready to say something.
We all too connected, Kev. It's
close to home, bro.
Okay. We already know. We already know that stuff. That stuff was true.
Yeah, it's too close.
Well, let me say what the world have believed.
I'm gonna be real because of the reality TV shows. Probably, they would.
Okay.
Or 50-50.
I agree with you, Tracy, because I feel like there are people like all she wanted was the bag and blah 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 blah. Why did she? Because if you think about it, the bag is not going to heal the wounds and the mental wounds, right?
It's right.
All she wants the bag, but I didn't know. I'm green. I don't know about the statute of limitation where there's a time frame that she has to say X, Y, and Z, right? So I didn't know nothing about that. I got educated about it. I didn't know about
what made it what made it for everybody, like you said, not just the close people, but what made it believable for everybody is how fast that man settled.
Exactly.
He wasted no time.
Not even 48 hours.
He said, none of this is coming out. How much you want?
Right.
Here.
He
And
tried.
let's be clear. When you are settling, it takes longer than 48 or 24 hours. So he was settling hours.
Right.
The moment he got that, he said, give her the money.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this. I'm a people observer, right? I'm gonna say this about. I'm gonna bring it back to Puffy. Diddy. Excuse me. No Diddy. But here's the thing. You want to see the productivity of a bishop's or a pastor's ministry, you look to see who sticks with them. Because if you're integral and you're doing what you need to do and you're taking care of your people, ain't nobody gonna leave you.
Longevity.
That's
Let
right.
me bring it to
That's
Diddy.
good.
Nobody stayed with Diddy.
Exactly.
Nobody.
You're right.
Started and ended. Nobody.
Not even the first lady of Bad Boy.
Not even the group you discovered and created.
And neither one of them.
Junior's Cheesecake.
Both of them. No, 3.
They went from smoking a cigarette to saying, I quit.
Right.
You can't keep nobody around. You can't keep no churches. You can't keep no pastors.
The one thing that let me know something was wrong was, and I'm gonna tell you, and Tanya and I discussed this the other day. But when Mace left, I said something's wrong. Something's wrong. Yeah. But when Biggie was getting ready to leave, now I know, because Biggie was your biggest breadwinner.
That's right.
And he wasn't getting paid.
And he was not getting the money he was supposed to have. So go ahead.
I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but I kind of think maybe.
Of course he did.
That's who has something to do with
it. We already know.
Of course.
We know he did.
But everything is setting it up. Everything is coming into fruition.
We know that.
Yeah.
We know that the reason why Biggie died was because Puffy didn't want to lose that cash cow.
That's true. And he was worth more dead.
Yes.
Well, let's say this. You're exactly right. Here we are. Who's the boy that just got killed from the Migos?
Quavo.
Quavo. No, Quavo's alive.
No, Takeoff.
Takeoff was the one. Takeoff got killed. Guess what, y'all? Whoever they used to kill him, he got killed over a dice game. No.
Nah.
The record label got $450 million in insurance when that boy died.
There you go.
450 million. When they shot that boy and he was dead on arrival at the hospital, the record label immediately, with paperwork, got $450 million. When Biggie died back 20 some odd years ago, I'm gonna mention another name.
1997.
When Biggie died in 1997, Puffy got the insurance money.
Shut up. This is ridiculous.
It didn't even go to his mother.
This is ridiculous.
It went to Bad Boy Entertainment. Puffy gave Christopher Wallace's mother what he wanted her to have. He didn't give her what she was due as the next of kin. Right? Now,
that's crazy, son.
When Takeoff got hit, nobody in his family got that money. It went to the record label.
Yeah.
Now, here's another man that got shot, and it hurt my heart when I found out. When Tupac Shakur got killed, Suge Knight got the insurance money, sent Tupac's mother some money, and then turned around and kept the rest of it. Right? All I'm saying is this. To hell with all y'all niggas thinking I'm gonna sign these papers, and I'm talking to you churches too. I'm sick and tired of y'all thinking that because you paid me, you own me.
Right.
Yeah.
And guess what? We talk about $500 or $600 with you bastards. We ain't talking about.
Right.
You
Damn.
know,
Right.
we're not talking about 5 million and 10. We're not talking about that. Justin, you
Right.
know this. How many times have you had to literally put your foot down about $300, Justin?
Countless.
How many times? In the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Countless.
Hallelujah.
How many times? I just told you that this man's life was worth $450 million dead.
Good God.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to try to off me from $150, you broke bastard. Are you
So
serious?
let me ask
Aren't
you
you
this.
broke
We're
bastard?
talking about record companies now, right? So with record companies, do you think that was the same thing that happened to Michael Jackson?
Oh
Because he
Michael
was
Jackson and Prince. Let me answer your question.
Ooh.
Michael Jackson and Prince told the record labels, we're smarter than you.
Mhm.
They got mad and Prince was an epileptic. He had the flu. You don't give an epileptic a flu shot.
Right.
Because
I
it
don't know that, but
constricts
thank
their
you for
heart.
saying
It constricts their heart and it messes with their lungs.
Yep.
Listen to me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Prince got that shot. He was riding a goddamn bike in the middle
Right.
of Walgreens parking lot.
Right.
Went to his house. Went upstairs to the top floor. Went to go downstairs to the bottom floor, and they found him dead on the bottom floor.
on the I thought it was
But he has a song called "Let's Go Crazy,"
Mm-hmm.
and it said, "I'm not gonna let the
Let the
elevator
elevator
bring us down." And
That's
he died
right.
on the bottom floor in his elevator.
elevator,
The
yeah.
people know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Michael Jackson said, "They think they outsmarted me, but I outsmarted them."
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And we said, okay, Michael Jackson is dead. But I got something to tell y'all. There's a
I don't
video
think
out
he
here.
did. Yeah, it is.
There's a video out here where they go to the coroner's basement
Mm-hmm.
to take the body out, and the body walks in the building.
He hopped
Oh
out
my
the car.
God, I need to see that
He hopped out.
Right.
I need to see that.
He hopped out the van.
because
Same
before
way
he allegedly died, he was the owner of Sony Music.
Yeah, and they went and guess what? And guess who he owned it from? He owned it from the Asians.
Yep.
Wow.
And he
Can I
owned
tell
the
y'all?
Beatles. The Beatles. What's the
The
name?
Beatles catalog. It was
Catalog.
$390 million for that catalog, and he bought it right from under Paul McCartney.
My
Bought
God.
it
I
right
was
from under
like,
him.
explain to me what happened. They put his body in this thing. Okay, let me. And this happened twice. We've seen this in public. Maybe you haven't seen it twice. Mike, well, I know me and Kevin have. We saw Michael get. Well, they put the body in this coroner's office. They put this corner van. The van goes underneath a building. Michael hops out.
I want to
Goes
see
into
that.
with his own legs, not carried in, not.
He
Yeah,
had
I need
two
to see
people
that.
around him, and he's
I need to
walking
see
the
that.
door.
And let's go back to because it's weird. Is it Anne Heche, the girl who was married?
Did y'all see that?
That shit was
So she
weird.
was
I'm sorry.
married to Tanya.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna learn
The
my life.
lady that she was married to what's the lady's
Ellen?
name?
Is it Ellen?
She was married to Ellen. They went to get her body out of the house.
Did she
They
crash
put her
the
on a
car?
gurney. Hold on, in a body bag, in a coroner's bag. When they got to the ambulance, Anne Heche unzipped the coroner's bag and busted out and said, "I'm not dead." And the fireman literally put his hand over her face and shoved her back in the bag.
If you want visuals, just watch me. And I said,
Shoved her back. They were like, "She's not dead." She wasn't dead when she got to that EMT truck. She was not dead. She came out the back and she's like, "No, move." And you could see the fireman literally take his hand and put it over her entire face and shoved her back in.
Are you?
She wasn't
he
dead.
wasn't. Here's the thing. What you're saying right now? He wasn't disheveled. Because me, if I had put a,
he didn't even freak out. I would have been like, "Oh my God." He was like,
So they
"Nope."
He just went.
Nope.
Right.
They were sent there. They were sent there to kill her.
Yes.
It was a
Yo,
job.
that is nuts, bro. See, that's why I don't trust. I don't.
And
Man.
she had a tell all. She had a tell all like Netflix or some kind of video coming out about the industry and all that. So
It
she
be
had
them
to
tell-alls that get them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As did with Kim Porter. Kim Porter had a tell-all book coming out, right? She knew too much.
And they killed her right before. Wow.
Exactly. So it's like the same vicious cycle that's happening. Exactly. Because literally, like Kevin said, he or she did not freak out. I'd have been like, I'll just put your body in there, like, oh, like,
right.
It was just like this.
No.
It was like, just go back down there. Like,
which leads me to believe that they weren't even EMTs. They were people who were dressed up as EMTs to go and deal with her.
Yeah, that's some blacklist type stuff.
Yeah,
listen, it's like a movie.
Listen, Hollywood,
Raymond Reddington, bro. What the freak?
Hollywood has been telling us this stuff for years.
Yes. Raymond Reddington, bro.
My first impression of what they're doing in the underground societies came from Enemy of the State when they started putting cameras and fire detectors and smoke detectors and lights, and so they were already letting us know in 15 years this is what's going to happen. And Apple and all these other people, they just immediately fell in line. Which is why it's bugged out to me. All right, we were talking about Diddy. We don't want.
I'm freaked out.
I'm sorry, but to me, it's all.
So the next segment is, it says women lie too. Now.
Don't sit there with your mouth open now. Don't sit there with your mouth open now.
What do you mean?
In the words of Jamal Bryant, hallelujah.
Well,
women. I'm not done. Wait.
I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Women lie too. I have 3 ladies on this live tonight.
Take your time.
And I'm gonna say it slow. I'm gonna say it slow. Ladies, Tracy, Michaela, Tanya.
Hold on one second. Wait, one moment.
Go ahead.
There you go. I'm ready.
All right. Do women lie? And why?
What we do
That's a good one.
You want to go?
No, you good. You good.
It's all right. We got enough time for all 3 of y'all. Let's go.
What we do is creative embellishment.
Oh God.
Come on now.
Creative.
Work it out for them.
To spare feelings that would otherwise make people hurt, cry, feel bad.
Wait. We're gonna let this go on like this.
Yes, we are.
This is
you gotta listen to him.
Yeah, because I'm having a Bill Cosby moment right now with the
creative embellishment. Okay.
Go ahead.
Listen.
It's like creative writing with words out of your mouth.
Poetry.
We get so creative with it.
Okay. I got you, sis.
Are we together, sisters? Are we together?
I got you, sis.
These 2 ladies left you. When I tell you out there by yourself, they left you.
No.
I wanted her to.
You wanted her to what? Michaela, you wanted her to what?
I wanted her to continue. She was teaching me something too.
No, this ain't a class. We were just asking.
Hey fellas.
She had a point.
Hey fellas, mute your microphones. Right, I got to hear the end of this. Don't you fellas say
not a thing.
Tanya, hold on.
I'm gonna turn my camera off too.
Fellas, don't y'all say a word. I want Tracy Niblet I want her to nibble at this narrative right here.
Not nibble at it.
I want you to nibble at this narrative right here. And
like Miss Pac-Man, better go.
Hold on, here we go, fellas.
I'm just saying.
And wait, Tracy. Wait, and go.
Steven, go ahead. Y'all come back.
Tanya.
I'm just saying.
No, don't say my name. Don't say my name.
What exactly are we lying about at this point?
Period. What?
Don't say my name.
Is.
Come on, friend. I hope we still together.
Tracy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, y'all. Tracy. I'm still stuck on the creative writing. I need you to go from there.
Yeah, you gotta elaborate. We need you to exegete
I need
that
more people.
text.
Y'all go on your Facebook page and share this stuff because Tracy can speak some truth. I guess.
Tracy, come on, man. You're speaking for all women at this point.
Oh,
I'm just saying, it could be seen as such, you know. It maybe not like storytelling. It doesn't have to necessarily be a lie if it's our truth.
What? Our truth.
We only talking about lies, sis. We don't talk about lies. Women lie too. This is the reason why some people don't believe Cassie, because women lie too. So how do you elaborate on that? I'm with you because we here. Okay. We became best friends last week.
Right.
Explain.
You know,
stop looking at me like that.
Kev, I'm a big Cosby Show fan. And so the very first episode, I know that you do remember, where Theo gave this long speech about what he wanted to be when he grew up. And he said, you know what? I can't fit it because, and maybe you should just accept me for who I am because I'm your son. And you know what Bill Cosby said afterwards?
That's the
no wonder you get D's and everything.
Oh man! Wait a minute.
No lie.
And he started off like this, son.
Theo.
That's the dumbest thing.
And it made you feel like he was going to say something good. He was like,
yeah, like he was going to agree with him.
It was so passionate. Right. He said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. No wonder you get D's and everything. Now I ain't gonna say what you said was that. That was a good sell, but
it started very intriguing. I ain't gonna lie, I was all.
Let me say this,
No,
Michaela, you have been quiet, you have been listening, you ain't said nothing, but I need you to use your voice.
Yeah, you need to save them
right up through here.
They going down in flames.
I'm about to ask the question again because Tracy crashing y'all 747.
Tracy drowning and drinking water.
Oh, man.
I want Michaela to speak. I want Justin.
The world is listening.
I want to know, Michaela. I'm gonna ask the question again. Do women lie?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Women lie. They do. I'm a realist. Women lie. And guess what? And you want to know? And you ask the question also why? And I'm a realist. I feel like women are better at lying. We are strategic.
Yeah, Chris, you came in right.
You got to be muted right now. You have to be muted right now.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Cunningham, would you say it again?
You have to be muted right now.
You gotta be muted right now. But
you gotta let them say this.
That you're here. We love
okay.
You let them say
them right
They're
now.
burning down right now, brother.
They're
I love you.
No, Michaela is gonna bring it where it needs to be right now, and then we're gonna let Tanya kind of solidify foundation. Michaela, go ahead and continue. We're not gonna say nothing, fellas. Mute your phones. Go blind for a minute. I just want her to say this. Go ahead, Michaela.
Bring Steven back.
Right. No, I'm saying no. I definitely, like I said, I'm a realist. I feel like, I know women do lie, and I know a lot of women who, like I said, are really good at it. I mean, they're strategic. They got this thing planned out. They're cold. That's why a lot of people think that women are better at cheating because we're good at lying. That's where I'm gonna leave it right there.
All right. You're gonna leave
it right there.
I'm glad you said it. Tanya, you go. Go ahead.
Okay, Michaela, Michaela, you gave me a good segue. Thank you. And Tracy, you started the segue. It was a little, but it's okay.
I know.
Because guess what? We still here. And we staying strong, okay, as women.
Yes.
But I have to agree, women do lie. And let me tell you the reason why. Because the thing is that they want to know, 1, 2, 3, 4, want to know why we lie. And I'm not saying we as in myself. I'm saying we as in the people as women. And I'm not putting myself in there. Don't be going to the side left and right. It ain't me. I'm watching. No, yeah, exactly. And it ain't allegedly. Anyways, because we want the man. And we don't want no one else to have the man. And so if this has worked for I'm putting this out there just because we're talking about the subject, a Cassie, or we've worked this worked for a Keisha or a Monique or whatever, well then maybe I should say this now so that he doesn't have, he's as miserable as I feel, right? And so we lie so that they don't get to progress in life, progress in relationship, progress in whatever, because they don't want that to happen. And so, and that's just real. I'm just a realist. I'm being really, really honest, really, really truthful, because I've heard it, I've seen it, and I feel like that's the reason why you don't, when it becomes a situation like Cassie Kane, where the situation with her with you, there were people who were siding with him and not with her, and that's fine. It is what it is. You have your own opinion, but we all end up finding the truth. But you find that out because, you say that because before we saw the video, because people and women do lie. They're just some evil ASS. I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna be very PG because I've already said maybe 2 cuss words here. And I'm really a Christian and I love the Lord. But anyways, I really do love the Lord. And he heard my cry. But I just feel like they get away with it, and they're trying to get away with it. We're at the end of the day, we're all people. Whether you got we all are people. We all are going. We have the ability to lie. Okay, so women are not no better than men, and men are not no better than women. We all lie because we want some kind of a gain in some way. Am I saying something wrong? Because people are holding their heads. Jesus, Kevin got his hand
That's
on
like
his
saying
mouth.
Black Lives Matter. Oh no, all lives matter.
No, that don't matter. They don't matter. At the end of the day, that's the reason why they're doing it, is because they think they can get away with it. But at the end of the day, truth is going to stand by on its own. You know what I mean? So I don't think that I don't agree with people thinking that like people that women don't like. They do. They absolutely do. Absolutely. And I'm a woman. I hate to say it, but they do. Because I've seen it in my own circle of people. Not the people I deal with now, but I'm just saying people in the past. I have. And if you're watching this, you know who you are.
All right. Hear ye, all counsel of the men's board.
It's sad.
Brother Justin, I'm gonna let you start. Cousin Chris, I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna say mine last.
Somebody better agree with me. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean,
it ain't gonna be me. Thank you for the opportunity.
We agree with you.
Well, hey, wait a minute. I can't see I only can see my forehead.
Okay, just hold on.
That's
I got
your
you.
fault.
Just go ahead and talk, Justin. I got you. It's all right.
I can only see your forehead too, honestly.
So time will not permit me to address all 3 responses, but I will do my best to try to address the main points that I desire to address. First off, 0 for 3. 0 for 3. The fact that, and I'm gonna go. The fact that the first one, I'm not gonna say this.
I tell you what, Justin, I'm gonna give you 20 minutes. Excuse me. No. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. We're giving everybody 2 minutes. And here we go. Hold on. Don't start. Here we go. Hold on. And go.
Here lies the problem. We saw it in all 3 responses. The first one tried to color it up to make it sweet and acceptable and digestible. And you think because you colored it up that we got to eat it. And that's what you do when you lie. You try to color it up. Look, here, isn't this nice? But it's still a lie. And we know it's a lie. Right? The next thing is what we saw was a classic case of inclusiveness. What is that? We all fall short. We all sin, but you're still lying. We're not talking about us lying. We were talking about you lying. And what happens is you play victim. And to the second point, right? We don't get a chance to question because the second we start trying to put the piece together, y'all start crying. I thought you loved me.
Manipulation.
And you did that, and we don't get to question you.
Hallelujah.
And we just like, you know what? Let me just let her think I believe her. All right, baby, no problem.
Right.
It's just easier.
Just to shut her up. Yeah.
Y'all ain't got none of us tricked. We just choose the low road because it's more peaceful there.
Amen.
Amen. God bless you,
Blessed are
brother
the
Justin.
peacemakers.
And blessed are the, for they shall what?
Go ahead.
Don't forget you gotta live with me, Kevin. So
reap with just reward.
Here we are. What's that, Tom? You're not about to mess with me. I'm gonna talk. I talk on this live tonight, brother Chris.
Is my time
Chris,
okay, I had more.
Your time is up. You got more. I'll bring you back on, brother Chris.
I'm gonna relinquish my time to Cunningham. Go ahead, Cunningham. I'm listening. Go ahead. Finish up, baby.
Another thing, y'all really are not good at lying. The stories you come up with just don't line up. See, the problem is this. Here's why. Men are we're about details. The details don't line up. But I went and got my hair done and then I came back. But what you don't know is we know it takes 4.5 hours for you to get your hair done. It took you 5.5 to come back. So we're trying to do the math, and we know it takes you 30 minets to get there and 30 minutes to get back. So we're trying to figure out what happened in those 30 minutes. Because we pay attention to the details.
Avery.
Go ahead, bro.
But we be coming back with gifts.
Tanya, you had your time.
2 and 2 is not 6, but y'all will put it on some flowers and say, no, baby, it's 6. And we'll just be like, you know what? Yeah.
And we ain't living in Kairos time. We living in chronological.
In the back of our mind, we're like, 2 and 2 is 4. This chick is out of her mind. She is lying. The stories y'all tell us just don't line up. And I want to say, okay, hold on.
Go ahead. No, you got one last one. Go ahead.
We just want to make sure we understand that lying is wrong all across the board. It is not okay. Thou shalt not lie. Men shouldn't lie. Women shouldn't lie. Cats shouldn't lie. Dogs shouldn't lie. Nobody should lie. That's why men should be men and women should be women. You shouldn't see anything else because you're lying. That's a whole nother conversation. But no one should be lying. And if you want the relationship to go far, just be honest. We just want to know that you can tell us the truth because then we question everything you say.
I do not care about your middle finger being up. I don't care nothing.
Oh, she muted herself.
And your phone is muted. And you muted. And you muted.
That was God
so
right there. That was
done.
God.
You done. Brother Chris Joe. No, your time is up. I'm muting you right now. I'm muting you.
I'm done.
I'm muting you. All right. Brother Chris Joe, you got 2 minutes, bro. Let's go. You got 2 minutes.
What's going on to all the family up here?
Let's go.
I came in with some hot pockets, and it's crazy. So I love it. Here's my thought. Hey, TB, I love you. Here's what I do. I do. But you know what? In August will be me and my wife's 20th year wedding anniversary. And guess what? As far as this bag go, is as much as I trust her with her truthful words.
Listen, she is sweet, okay? I don't know if you met her.
Wait a minute. That's the first category of a liar.
Michaela, you all right over there? You all right?
That's y'all are dealing with some unprofessional liars.
A liar shall not tarry.
Listen,
in his sight or mine.
Listen,
we was 0 for 3 tonight. So
I agree with you, Michaela. I agree with you. And your wife had a bow on the back of her jacket. Nobody wears a bow and is dishonest.
Like, come on now.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why I can't.
You got a minute, man. Let's go. You got.
I'm gonna tell you why I can't believe that are coming out of her mouth. My wife from Patterson, New Jersey.
Exactly. That's it.
That's it.
You didn't categorize.
And that right there,
listen,
is the end of everything.
That's it.
That explains it all because people from California don't do that.
Exactly.
They unprofessional.
Listen.
Unprofessional.
exactly as far as I know, because I'm from Patterson. But I do know that the women in northern New Jersey will tell a lie. And he made it clear. If you want to tell me you can't kill me, if you want to tell me you're going over here, I already know how much time it takes. Now, I'm not going to. Here's what I'm not going to do. Here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to finish the story because that's how people lay up under my gunshots.
Right.
And then I'm gonna be in the thing because Cab know about me. Right? We listen. All these men up here, we from up top, and you gotta have the edge about you to move. And you gotta know when to hold them, and you gotta know when to fold them. That walk away run part, I ain't gonna include that.
No, don't do it.
I'm just gonna say you gotta know what you need to do.
Maggie Winter, I learned how to do some sneaky stuff in California. Don't you even get it twisted. You're right. You're right.
I gotta come off mute. I'm
Yo,
sorry.
listen, hold on, TB. Listen. So here's the thing. Here's why it's okay for me to have a wife who may be lying. I'm gonna just tell y'all why it's okay. Hold on, Ken. Check this out. I want all y'all to hear this.
I'm listening, bro.
You over your 2 minutes. Let's go, man. Go.
Here it is. Because I got 3 sons. And if they see me respond a certain kind of way,
that's good.
They may adopt that. And I have to now make sure my kids, my sons, who are already predisposed to being a clank, don't check a chick for lying and make him get caught up. Because it's already set up for you.
Already, yep.
Doc, you had me nervous. I didn't know where you was going, but you.
So here's the thing: if Shorty lying,
I was like,
you got that, babe. And guess what? You could lie to another chick and move in. I could do what you did and move to the next spot. That's what I want my sons to do. Don't lose, win. And if we using lies because Eve set the precedents. Did I say that incorrectly?
Wait a minute.
Because Eve rolled the dice. She let another nig trick her, and now she want to lie to her man. I gotta use that same precedent so I could get the win, especially for my sons. Tap me out, Ken. Who's coming in the ring? The Iron Sheik.
This is going to ruin my relationship because I'm going to be so pissed.
Nikolai Volkov. Listen to me.
Have people call in.
Now, if people call,
Bruh,
we're picture at Tanya.
There's gonna be a whole lot of men on this call.
Let me tell you. Hey, when I tell you we're gonna have 900, you know how people was looking at them colors and putting up 4.6 million views.
Right.
Let me say this. Here's the bottom line. I heard Justin. I heard Chris. Avery. I ain't even gonna give you a chance because you've been looking at everybody else. Here's what I'm gonna say to this. I can't stand it when a woman wants you to be honest, but she can lie and wants you to follow her lie.
Word to Big Bird.
Well, let's start.
Hold on, I ain't done.
Word to Big Bird.
This ain't got shit to do with us. Okay.
Hold on. The other thing is, I cannot stand it, and I'm going to talk about it, and y'all always lead me to this, but I'm going to talk about it. The child support system is not set up for a man.
Poor baby. You right, baby. You right.
When a woman goes in and says, hey, I said I do, I laid down, we did what we did, and we conceived a child, but I don't like him no more. I don't want him in my house. Now, all of a sudden, the deed said the man and the woman, in some cases, is just the man. And the judge goes, okay, well, since you'll have a child, you keep the house.
Kevin, wait a minute. KJ, you done moved this into a whole nother conversation.
No. I'm going back. I'm going back.
No, wait a minute.
No,
wait a minute.
no,
Wait a minute.
I'm going back.
Kev, wait a
That's
minute.
what
I'm not hating. I'm
A
not hating
lie
on you.
is a lie is a lie. It's all
I'm not. Wait a minute. Hold up, my brothers. Oh, check me out, Kev. I ain't even trying to cut you off more than I'm saying. This is a session unto itself.
Yep.
Where I will. This is because you want to make it 2 minutes, and it can't be that because I want to get in on it.
Yeah.
But here's
Well,
the
that's
thing.
all I'm saying.
Here's the
point.
Here's the thing. Like you said, not just
because I've been there, Kev.
Not just but not just child support, Kev. That it's not set up for a man. It's just not set up for a man, period. Domestically, a woman can try to halfway kill a man and then call the cops and say he slapped me. And the man is going to jail.
But wait, we gotta let Kev finish because the
So
preacher in me,
it's just
the preacher in me saw.
At the end of the day, it's just not. When we talk about setups, we talking about it all across the board.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm talking about a setup for his point. We gotta let Kev finish.
I'm gonna be honest, Steve, though, not in North Carolina, because if that man sit there and she's fighting him back, she's going to jail too. So they both go to jail.
Too.
Now,
I tell you,
not up here.
I'm gonna say, Tracy, I'm gonna let you say your point. Go ahead, Tracy.
In the state of Virginia, my husband went to child enforcement and said, I want to get ahead of this. I want to take care of my child. I want to do this, whatever it takes. And they said, because you came down here, we are now on your side.
Wow.
So we'll work with you. Whatever she says, we don't have any, whatever she wants to do, that's on her. But we are on your side.
Mm-hmm.
So it's whoever gets there first?
Yes, it's whoever get there first.
Oh, I got stories, homeboy. I got stories. Can I finish my point, Justin, please? Can I finish my point?
Man of God, please. I know you.
We sorry, Tracy.
Man, go ahead and finish your point, man.
I have been to child support, and I had to literally convince these white people
30, 40 times. Put a number to it.
White.
These white people that weren't there when I had my child, when I made my child, when I laid down and conceived my child, they were not there. But they turned around and said that this is the judgment that you have. But it wasn't based off of what they knew. It was based off of what she said.
Mm-hmm.
I can't lie.
I'm not done.
It's not for you, men. You're right.
I said, now
you know
this
that
is
man
like
serious when he turns.
This is like friendship and everything else. Here's what I have to tell you. Oh, help me. It is not my job to convince you that what the other person said was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You chose to believe what you wanted to believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, my son's mother went and told my daughter's mother, went and told them that he makes this kind of money and whatever. Here's the thing. Oh, even with you telling them that this is what I made, they didn't make me give you all of it. So my question is, why go in there and lie to them about what I have, only to turn around and not even get a percentage of what you lied about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Next phase. When a woman cries,
or as R. Kelly said, when a woman's fed up.
When a woman's fed
When
up.
a woman's fed up.
Listen, nope. When she cries, this is what I found out.
Because
when she
fed up, she'll cry.
When she's fed up, she'll cry. I have found out that more women know how to manipulate an issue
with their tears.
With their tears.
Like the Alabama.
I have been told, listen, I have been told that I have no heart because I'm not moved by tears.
Me neither.
The judge not supposed to be either.
They're not supposed to, but they are.
And here's what I have to say to that.
Especially especially if the grandmama is a part of the system.
Ooh.
Oh Lord, that's getting
I
deep.
ain't saying
Right.
And
Oh,
guess
Lord.
what? And guess what? At one point, she enforced the system. I ain't stupid.
And it seems like they done took classes because other people
I ain't
learned
stupid.
that system too.
She enforced it. Hey, she
ain't
enforced
making-
it.
Listen,
Hey, she had
I
a
ain't making
badge behind it. She had a badge behind it.
I
She
ain't
had a
making
title
nothing
behind
up.
it. No, you ain't making it up. Matter of
Okay.
fact, no.
You ain't making
Hold
it
on.
up at all, brother.
I'll even be more honest with you.
I'm gonna
Because
do
I'm
a
going to tell
project
you
with
what.
Let's go out.
This is reality. This is reality. Women, I love y'all. I love y'all.
Got to.
But I don't like y'all. Because the first thing that some women do, let me say this, I
That
got a
makes so much
mama,
sense.
you got a mother, you got a mother, we all got mothers. Let me say this. My mama ain't in this category. My mother is not in this category. I have sisters that are not in this category. I have, well, no, my aunts are in this category. Never mind. Sorry. But I'm sorry. I was about to give them a door that they don't need to walk through. But y'all stop laughing.
Yeah, bro.
What about Tonya? Yeah, exactly. Point to Tonya.
I'll be that, Tanya. I don't. You're not there, Chris. Steve,
Ooh, that was kind of short. That was kinda
Avery,
short.
Justin. I know women that have had men in their life that the men didn't even want the children, and those women never took them to child support.
That's how it works, bro.
That's the truth, bro.
That's
right here. That's right here.
That's how it works.
But the men who want to be in their child's life, who want to see that their children grow, who want to see that their children thrive, that they become better than the fathers that have fathered
They try to
them.
destroy that man.
They try to take us down.
Wait a minute,
But I found something out. I found out that the problem is not me wanting to be in the child's life. The problem is I don't.
You don't want to be in their life.
Wait
So that's what I was saying earlier.
Wait a minute, Kev. I know you preaching good, but if I can stop,
Cousin, I was
because we
saying
have
earlier.
3 beautiful, beautiful black women on this call.
You lying.
I want to know if they agree or disagree with what you just said.
I just said that, Chris. I literally said it's not because they don't want to be, it's because they still want them. That's what I was saying. Like they still want the men, and they
still want that thing, no matter who they married to, who they engaged to, who they dating, they still want what you got.
Yeah,
exactly.
my brother
Michaela,
is going
what
through
were you
this
gonna
right
say?
now. So yeah, I've seen it firsthand.
Exactly.
Yeah. And here's the reality of it. The reality of it is, I've gone through it. I understand. Chris and Avery.
Everybody said Avery.
Bro, we all connected, my brother.
We went through it. But here's the thing. I got tired of women, Justin, even in New York it happened. I got tired of women screaming and hollering about what kind of men we are because they're mad that we're not boys, but we're too much man to stay with a woman who's not worthy of our presence and our you're not worthy of that.
Yeah.
It's amazing because they want men, but they want to control us. If you control us, then we're not really men.
Right.
Well, because
We're
I
children.
don't let you push me over, you say I'm this and I you a mama's boy and all this other stuff because you're trying to emasculate me because you want me to bow down to you.
Yeah.
But then be like, be in charge, do this. But wait a minute, I can't do that if you don't allow me to.
Right.
Can I say this?
That's real.
Can I say this?
Bro.
That's real.
I said this. Thomas said this last night, and I'm gonna say this now, and it works hand in hand with what you're saying, Chris. I know you're gonna agree with this. Thomas said, "I'm a man first. I don't care what you think of me. I'm a man first." He said, "When you approach me as a man and you talk to me like I'm a man, we are going to get to the bottom of the issue. And as a man, as you respecting me as a man, we're going to get to the bottom of the issue. And as a man, I am accountable as a man to stand there and deal with the problem. He said, but this is where you mess up. When we're in a heated discussion and you call me a boy, now you're going to get a boy. But as a man, I'm going to tell you, you know what? Let me walk you to your car. Because as a man, you're not going to stand in my presence and call me a boy, because last night you had a full man inside of you.
Last night.
Help us, Lord.
But listen, but today, because you are upset, now you want me to accept whatever you say and calculate it and say, okay, well, you know, she's just upset. She's just mad.
Last night.
She's all right.
Saw
She's
the moon and the
She saw the
stars.
sun and the moon, the mountain and the rivers. She saw heaven.
But here's what I found out. Tommy, you said this on a post a couple of months ago. I never forgot it. We never talked about it. But I'm gonna say this, and it's a well-rounded. I don't think anybody could have said this any better. And this is what she said. She said, if we learn how to live like we need each other, everything will be fine. If we learn how to live
that's gangster, baby.
like we need each other, there won't be no, why do women do this? Why do women do that? I got something to tell y'all. If I have a real woman in my life, which I do, if I have a woman in my life, then guess what? I don't need 15 and 20 others.
Right.
That's word,
right.
I don't need them. Now here's reality. Now, fellas, hope y'all understand what I'm getting ready to say.
Oh Lord.
So I'm gonna say it.
They shall.
Okay.
The reason why I cheated before wasn't just because she cheated on me, and I'm not talking about presently, I'm talking about in the past. The reason why I cheated before wasn't just because she cheated on me, but I was angry because here I am giving you the best of me, and you still treat it like it's trash. So I'm going to go find somebody that values my presence.
Kevin, that's good.
You saw
it's no different.
Wait a minute. What the song? How the song say? You felt the best. Ain't that what the song say?
It's no
something like that.
It's no different than a girl going to go find her daddy because her daddy didn't treat her. It's the same thing. I mean, it's a different relationship, obviously, but you're absolutely right. I agree with
they still calling him daddy too.
Right, it's daddy or whatever.
Some of us are.
When I counsel couples, I tell them this all the time that deal with infidelity. I tell them cheating is the result of something.
That's
something lacking.
And what happens is if a lot of reasons why some marriages can't recover from it is because no offense to any female, a lot of women don't want to hear that they neglected their husband some kind of way,
right,
that made them go out.
Yeah,
they don't want to hear that. They're like, but he cheated. Okay, cool. But why? Yeah, but he was wrong. But he cheated. Yeah, we got it. But why?
What did you do?
If we gotta, if we can't just cut down the tree, we gotta uproot it. Because if we just cut it down, it's gonna grow back next year. So we gotta uproot it. We gotta get to the problem, son. Sir, why did you do that? And then it came out, oh, she neglected me for 7 months and never gave me anything. Well, did that happen? Yeah, I did. I didn't feel covered. Okay, now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. It's a result of something. So you can't just focus on the act. You can't. Here's a phrase my old pastor told me: look beyond the symptoms and see the problem. Look beyond the symptoms. You can't just treat the symptoms. I think I told y'all the story before. You can't just look at the surface. There's something deep down inside that's going on. And for I won't say all, because it's not all. But
it's not all.
For the majority of most men that cheat and women, it's because it's a result lacking. Something happened. Something's not there. Something is being neglected.
But Justin,
or something's not being considered.
Or something is not being considered. And I found this out. I talk to myself now. So if it's missed, it ain't gone. And And the reality of it is that people who have emotional intelligence are often dangerous to people who manipulate people.
Word.
Because when you have emotional intelligence, you are not moved or swayed by what's in front of you.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
People with emotional intelligence know how to conquer something before it even starts.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my grass cut low
Mm-hmm.
so I can see the snakes.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, what you're telling me is, and I've done it, Michaela, I want you to talk for 1 second, but I've done it. I have been in relationships where I've had to dumb down. Chris was there for a lot of it. I had to dumb down to fit somebody else's world,
Mm-hmm.
their ideal and their way of thinking. But now that I have emotional intelligence, I'm not moved anymore by people. And what I don't like is fast talkers. I can't stand
Oh God.
fast talkers.
Thank you.
I can't stand fast. And a lot of women are fast talkers. I know some brothers that's fast talkers too. They
Mm-hmm.
get mad at me because I speak the truth on social media. You can't whoop me. So at the end of the day, either you don't just read it, scroll
just,
down, do whatever.
Yeah, go somewhere else.
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say what I want to say. If you don't like the station, change the channel. But
That's
my
good.
point is, there are a lot of people who seem to think that talking fast and talking over somebody is going to prevent them from being accountable.
Mm.
When the reality is, the faster you talk, the more I know you ain't fit for the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I know. Go ahead, Michaela. I'm gonna
Or
let
for
you
the
talk.
kingdom.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead,
Amen,
Michaela.
right.
Go ahead. They're gonna try to interrupt you. Go ahead, Michaela.
Right. Nah, that's real. That's true. And honestly, and so I obviously agree with the fact that, that it stems from something or that there's a reason. And I know that y'all have already voiced that there's only some. But let's talk about the some that there isn't a reason and it didn't stem from something, because I literally have been cheated on in the past, and I was even told, you just, because they were away for football. I was dating an athlete, and it was more so of a uh
Opportunity.
popularity thing, what was common, right? And what was going on, everybody else was doing it, so they peer pressure and temptation and all of that stuff. So you knew what you had, you that it was good, because then when I left and I decided not to accept that, after being hurt and heartbroken and accepting it, trying to find what could be better in it and fix it, I was told, and I'm like, why do you keep coming back here though? You keep going out, you doing that, and then you try to come back here. And why do you keep doing that? Well, because you motivate me, and you're good to me, and this, that, and the third. But she let me smoke, she let me drink. You care about me too much. Basically, on the stance of, you're an athlete, I want you to do better, I want you to live right, but you want to mess with the chick that's gonna let you do whatever, don't care how you look doing it, don't want you to be held accountable, any of that. And I'm like, what? That's your excuse? But you know what you have is good, right? You admitted that. You voiced that. But you'd rather have the person that's going to let you be a dog and accept that. And so what about that? What about that piece? And I get it. Like I said, I get it. It does stem from a lot of stuff, but some of these men are just out here, doing us dirty. And you got us females like, can we be better? What did I do? What did I say? Was there something I was supposed to do different? Is there something I didn't consider? Whole time we doing everything we were supposed to do. That's why I made that post that went viral about when you're dating certain people, musician wise or leader wise or whatever the case may be. Know your place as their female.
Thank you for that.
And sometimes even doing all of that ain't enough. But that's why you got to know who you're dealing with. See, I don't just start talking to anybody and start dating anybody. I'm going to
Wow.
God.
Can I just jump in
Mhm.
just for a second? Because I love what you're saying, my sister. That is great. Now, I think I've said this before. My doctoral study is in black men, single black men. That's
Mhm.
what my PhD is in. And so I have a lot of research, right, to talk about that. Here's one of the challenges that I found. This has nothing to do with the women on this call, but it does passively, because here's what my research said, right? Not my main research. This is the outliers. So So you get your research, you get the primary arguments, but then you have some stuff on the outside that is like, oh wow, okay, I hear that. That's interesting, right? Here's some of the outliers. Is that Black women want to be independent only if they don't have a Black man who meets their economical requirements. No, I hear you, TB. I'm not talking about you, but your Black man meets the economical requirements, which is why you can do that. Right? So I'm going right. So you are not qualified to engage in this because it is what it is. Wait a minute. Let me say the part I'm gonna say, and I love to hear from you, but you already know who you dating and what he got going on. All right. So here's the other part that I'm saying. What I'm saying is that
Kevin's stupid.
Yeah, Kevin's dumb.
You're stupid, Kevin.
I'm gonna let Kev have this one.
You know what? You know what? Hey, Kev, let me just turn it over to you, and I'm gonna stop talking.
But you can't skip me though, cousin. You can't skip me, Chris. You can't skip me.
All right, go ahead, TB. Go ahead, TB. I'm not listening.
You got it after me.
Wait a minute, TB. For the viewers, I'm not going to make my point. I'm just going to throw it in the dirt and let.
It was good. It was good. If you can pertain to everybody, put difference back. First of all, please put that. First of all, I'm gonna let that go. Anyways, I understand what you, but I feel like I'm gonna say Kevin's my person, right? And I'm gonna say without him saying it because he got this, this thing. I'm his person, but I feel like it wouldn't really that part doesn't really matter. I thank God for what he has. I thank God what we have together. But I feel like he's my person, so it doesn't matter whether things are up, things are down. That's still my person, so it really wouldn't matter. But you don't have that many people like that, so that's the issue because people are like, he got to make a certain amount. I knew a set of twins who were. Oh my God, they were so bland. They were so bland. That's the only word I can think of. They were bland. They weren't ugly. They were just bland. I don't know how to explain that, but they're just bland women. And they just had these expectations of men. I was going, y'all not gonna never get a man. Well, one ended up being married to a boy who liked boys, and the other one still ain't married. I'm like, exactly. That makes sense because your expectation is so off the wall that you don't even understand that somebody could still also build with you. You know what I mean? And still build when they're with you. You know what I mean? Or have the potential to build. So I mean, I don't know.
I honestly think this generation don't care to really want to be married or be with anybody.
This generation.
But no, let me explain. Like,
I get you.
I'm different from. I'm in North Carolina. The stuff that I see over here is crazy. I've been in a place where I've seen one woman sit there and talk to one man on the phone and have them cash app them $500, then go to another phone number, get another man to cash app them $1,000, and then turn around and say, "I'm a boss." What? Where do you get that from? And it's like this is the world that we live in.
They get it from the mama that don't got no husbands at the house that teach their daughters how to run game,
how to manipulate men. Right.
That's the truth.
I've seen, and they feel like the snatch is worth whatever number you put on it, and so we are. Hold on, wait a minute. I don't need to hear you.
But 9 times out of 10,
hold on, Avery, because I know you my little brother, and you my big brother at the same time.
Listen to that, Chris. I noticed that the way you want to talk, you go, "I know you, my brother. I know you, my sister."
We brothers.
I'm his big brother, and he my little brother, and we cousins.
Yeah, we cousins for real. Unmute yourself, Chris.
Unmute yourself, Chris, because you're talking and we don't hear nothing you're saying.
Chris,
you look real
CJ,
good.
you muted, bro.
We
Okay,
can't hear
I
you.
say you my big brother, you my little brother, and we cousins at the same time, right? That's who Avery is, and I wouldn't know Avery unless I knew his dad and mom, and he's a little bro, and he's the big bro, and I'm proud of everything. CJ, you gonna agree with me, and I'm assuming my ladies, y'all gonna agree with me when I say this. One of the big issues is that we have a culture of people who says sex, your sex, my daughter, right? My daughter, your sex is worth a number.
Yep.
Don't let no nig F you and you don't get nothing out of it.
Whoa.
I know I'm talking right.
You're right. You're talking right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we got young girls and women out in the streets who feel like if you even want to talk to me, you need to spend money. And just to talk to me, it's going to cost you a couple drinks and a food. And if you think we move it from there, what you got? Now, I'm not blaming you women up here. Listen, y'all could think this ain't what the streets got to offer. I'm outside.
He's right.
I'm outside.
Right.
Absolutely, bro.
I'm telling you what's happening out here. It's 100%. I ain't making this up because we on this call.
I just saw this chick on Instagram, and she's like a little sensation. She had like a couple thousand, maybe like 12,000 followers or whatever. But she just put up a video. I can't remember her name. She just put up a video and said, "All of y'all women out here that get upset when y'all see this new generation talking about they want money for giving it up. Do y'all think that Nana wasn't telling the slave master to leave me something on the side of the dresser when she was talking about old heads doing the same thing, setting a precedence, but it was just more discreet. Nowadays, it's just straight out there.
It's straight up. And let me just say this last point, because I have been a little bit more open because Kevin created this platform than I've been in more than 20 years. Right? So
You're welcome.
Yeah, bro.
Listen, my oldest son. Look at Avery. I ain't gonna dig in deep, Avery.
Take your time. I'm with you, bro.
No, I'm gonna be easy. Listen.
Then give me the shovel then. I'll do it.
My oldest son's family have sold an image of me to their social network and choir members and families and friends that I have not taken care of my son all his life. Let me just say one thing. And if anybody wants to debate it, they could come up here. We could do anything. When my son went to college, my oldest son, I paid for him. I picked him up. I drove him. His mother sent him with a microwave in his arms.
CJ, bro.
Now, if anybody watches this and want to argue and say it's a lie, let's talk about it and let's get him on here and ask him.
CJ.
All right.
What I'm saying is, I cared for my oldest son since he was born. And I got men up here who know the truth. But the story is so, and I heard my sisters, the story is so, you don't care about your son, you ain't did this. Listen, I got the college bill. I could pull it up on the phone and show y'all, and which I'm going to do when somebody else talks, because I want y'all to see. They saying, where's the money for him going to college? No. But here's the point. It is so like you never cared about your son. And despite the fact that they know that's not true, my question is, why y'all trying to do that to me?
Yeah, I get it, Chris.
I love my son.
I know. I feel like
why y'all trying to scandalize me? And what I heard my sister say is that you stop slanging and hanging.
And the crazy thing, CJ, I know I don't know if you remember this, bro, but I came to ATL one day. It was like a couple of years ago, and I
I
called
do
you.
remember.
We
I remember
had that 2-hour conversation
about
because
this.
the same thing, and we lived the same
The same
story.
situation on both sides. I remember.
Hey,
So
Justin.
I'm just saying,
Hey,
all right,
Justin.
Kev, I'm sorry. Do I need to
Go
pull
ahead,
something up?
man.
Yo,
No, go ahead. Hey, Justin. Hey, Steve. Here's the reality of it, because I want the ladies to understand that, again, Michaela, Tracy, Michaela, Tracy, Tanya. Here's what I want y'all to understand. I've heard women say so many times that, you know, she's a woman scorned is what the statement is, right?
Yeah.
Here's my problem. I don't understand why some women want men to be so perfect, but they can be imperfect.
Well,
And every mistake that a woman makes,
Go ahead.
every mistake that a woman makes has to be understood because she's a woman. But when a man makes a mistake, he's considered ineligible to be respected.
No grace. No grace.
it's like that from the beginning.
But I understand. But my point is that the children suffer in all of that.
That's so sad. That's the sad part.
The children suffer in all of that. Chris, you talked about your oldest son. Let me talk about my only one. I got bars. I sat up there, and my son's mother would tell everybody, Kevin loves his child more than he loves his wife. What does that tell you? I don't like you.
Damn.
I love my son, but I can't stand being around you. You know why? Because you are a master manipulator. And what I know about people who manipulate is they are the ultimate narcissists.
Yeah.
And everything that's not about you should be damned to hell. But everything that is about you should be put on a plateau for everybody to see. And I tell you what, it's so much I want to say, but I ain't going to disrespect y'all. But I am going to say this. My biggest problem is this. You do understand that your value went up when I showed up. You do understand that, right? You know how I know? Because if we get married, my last name don't change. Yours does. So at the end of the day, if you're going to put on my jersey, act like you're part of my damn team. And that's all I'm saying.
That's good, babe. Now that was good.
That's all I'm saying.
And I'm
if you're gonna have stencil by your name, then you're gonna act like you live with a stencil. If you're gonna sit up there, and I'll go above that because that's my mother's name. But if you really gonna be with this nigga, then you gotta understand that you're dealing with a Blakely.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, stencil is what people know me as. But what's really in my blood is Ernest Blakely's blood. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna let nobody sit up here and try to dismantle my platform so you can sit up here and be seen. Let's go to this. If I tell my woman that I don't like what you have on, it's showing too much.
Good one, Doc.
And you get mad at me, why are you a woman getting mad at me telling you that I don't want you showing too much? Because the one thing I know about a woman showing too much, she has a man, is that another man should not be enticed by what the other man has. Now, here's what I know. A man can undress you and you got on a whole moo-moo and not one imprint of your body can be seen. We do know that. But stop giving them a reason to get punched in the mouth.
Pop, pop.
You're right.
I'm telling you, if you are my woman, and if I say I'm not, listen, you got an Oedipus complex now. I'm getting ready to get deep. Chris, you got a degree. I'm going to school for it now. You have an Oedipus complex. See, the bottom line is you think a man telling you not to do something means he's trying to control you. No, sweetheart, I'm trying to save you.
Save it. Yep.
Because I'm a nigga. I know how we think.
Yep.
And if I say to you, listen, that's too much. Don't put that on. Don't listen. Don't put that on. The other part is Oh, Kev, come on. If you're not ready to be with a man because you haven't healed from the last boy you dealt with,
Word.
then the reality is you need to learn the difference between constructive criticism and destructive criticism. You need to understand, if I'm telling you it's too short, stop fighting with me.
You in the zone, bro. You in the zone.
Telling me that I'm wrong because I'm trying to control you. No, sweetheart. I don't want you out here looking like it's easy for everybody else.
Hallelujah.
So
Been there,
put
done
this
that.
on, because listen, if all you want is me, then I'm the only thing you need to be worried about.
Word.
If you want attention from other people, keep that on. What's more important to you? My attention or theirs?
Wait a minute, Kev.
Those women have validation issues, bro. It's valid. They need some validation from other people, and that's a daddy issue.
Yo, you going so hard. I'm sorry. Go ahead, JC.
To the validation issue, Avery, that also goes back to what Michaela was saying, because I'm gonna say this from a musician standpoint. I'm gonna say this from a musician standpoint and now a preacher standpoint. A lot of these women are so straightforward
with disrespect,
effortless. Like, all I want you is to do XYZ, XYZ. Don't have to worry about nothing. And it's like, oh, word? It's that simple. And if they don't have validation within themselves, it's not even a you thing. Because you gotta understand, if they don't have validation within themselves, they're gonna be like, oh, I gotta take this down because something wrong with me. I don't. It's like government cheese. I'm not turning this down. It's free.
But
the best free sandwich. But it doesn't make it okay. I'm just, I'm just trying to reveal the mindset of how some men who are not privy, and they need that, and they think that validation comes from scoring. I'll use that word. Then that's what they're gonna do. And
can we talk about this, Justin? When you're dealing with a guy who has his father in his life, whether it was full time, half the time, 25% of the time, you're dealing with a woman who never has, right? And I'm not giving either.
No, you're right.
Any excuse.
It's a dynamic. Absolutely.
Thank you. So you coming together is you got one trying to be this person who has had their father, and a little bit of that has been a thing, right? And then person who's never had their father, and they're trying to be this independent woman or whatever. The puzzle is like putting a square into a square peg into a round hole, and it's not gonna ever get through. You know what I mean?
Well, you can do your best. You can do your best to make it get in there, TB.
Yeah, you can go put some little fire on the bottom, like, let me get this thing. You know what I mean? You trying your best, but you're creating something that was never made to go inside of the shape, right?
Absolutely.
And so, like, what do we do? Like, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you have a lot of that. There's a lot of that combination that's happening in this world and in these relationships. And so, and Kevin and I have done work. We've done a lot of work, and it's been great. And it's been hard. It has been easy, but it's been great. Like, we are living in our, what do you call the harvest, right? You shaking? What you saying, Kevin?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Should I look at the thing over here?
No, please don't.
Please don't.
Because I'll fight.
Keep rolling.
No, you right.
Like Tina Turner, rolling like a river.
Killing you, Kevin, me as a 3-3.
Hey, you can't do that.
Why you say that?
He's a private chat.
Keep rolling, TB.
That's why I say private chat.
It's not private chat.
That's
TJ is saying stuff that I'm talking about.
Keep going.
Michaela, I'm sorry. You weren't supposed to see that. I'm sorry.
You was my favorite.
Michaela, you're right. I'm talking about my people, so I can do that. I can do that. Go ahead.
I don't even know what Kevin talking about. Just keep going, TB.
But explain, not explain, because we probably can't explain it. I don't like
No, we probably can.
I'm going off Jesus.
No, go ahead. Ask.
I'm
We can probably explain.
But like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we have this thing where a lot of the people in my generation, I ain't that old. Kevin, don't say it. So you better not say it because I will. Okay. Anyways, I am not a millennial, but I'm right there in the middle. So it's like people who didn't have their fathers, but people who are also dealing with
5
people who
stars.
have it. Like, how do we come together? Is it just that post that I put that Kevin noticed that we all need each other? Like, what do we do? Like, I want to talk about that because
Can I jump in there, TB?
Come on, psychologist.
All right.
You better be on my side.
All right. Well, listen, I don't got all the answers, but I got all these beautiful black women and men on, and everybody can speak from their place, right? Let me just throw a little glue on the bottom, right? We have been taught by others that we need to hate each other. And we bought into it. It's just the facts. Like my sisters up here, y'all not my enemy. I love y'all. I love black. Like I mean, I don't want to see you, but I want to see you on the side of the road when I'm passing by so I could stop because you my sister. And I don't need you to see me as the person who gonna hurt you because I pulled over to help you when you want to see the white face. Right? Why do we think that we are each other's enemies? We respond by what people tell us. And the thing is like I said earlier, me and my wife, we are on 20 years. But if I wasn't married, I've told my wife this a million times, like, yo, I'm going to date outside my race because I ain't got time to deal with my black sisters. Y'all too trifling. That's what I've said because I'm like, yo, like, y'all trying to be the man.
Trying to be the man.
You trying to put me in a position. Why you trying to do that? Just rock your spot and don't try to create me to be who you want because you're not going to, once I do what you do, am I right, JC? Once I do what you do, and now that I've done it, you like, that ain't somebody who I want because he bitch.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's some dude who I could tell him to jump, he gonna say ha. That ain't what I want. But when it's a man who's standing on his ding, then you're gonna be like, F this nigga, cause he
think he in control. He think he run things.
If I'm not spending money that you want, and you feel like that's the bar for me to get your attention, well, that's not gonna happen. Because I got kids and I'm putting money in away from them for them to graduate and in security and retirement and life insurance. I ain't got money to spend on you at White Castle. Buy your own. I buy my own. Then let's sit down and kick it.
At White Castle, you should have enough for everybody at White
Castle.
Sure
should, but
we used to.
That joint is expensive now.
But now we're in a different era. So what I'm saying is dating right now and moving around in these streets, women have identified themselves as ballers. Take me out, baby. You the baller. You the game changer. If you don't want to spend for me, you shouldn't expect me to spend for you. Let's just go and enjoy time, and then you could check me and I could check you. But women, today's woman, and I'm only saying this as a therapist, right? I've noticed that a lot of today's women believe that they are the answer to men's prayers. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. And this is gonna make it nasty, but let me keep it real. The problem is that when men are growing into their sexuality, it's easier to have sex with somebody who want to have sex for free than with somebody who want me to play a game for sex. I'm trying to say something that y'all ain't listening to. But let me say it a little bit clearer. If I'm 15 to 16, 17, I just want to bust a nut. Can I be straight up and down on this call, Kevin?
You good. Go ahead.
That's it.
And if you as a woman, you got all these prohibitions. It might be a dude, because I grew up in a church setting where that's okay. Now, listen, y'all don't get funny with me. I'm just trying to keep it real because this is my study.
No, you're right, bro.
You're right.
And so now sex becomes an experience of convenience rather than an experience of inconvenience, because I don't need to fight with you tonight, woman, to bust a nut.
The funny thing about it, you're dealing
Oh,
with.
wait a minute, TB.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
shut up,
want that
TB.
to marinate just for 1 second.
Okay.
Because I want it to be understood, right? And as a result, we can go all the way back and say, should people have sex before marriage? And all of that is a part of the conversation. I'm saying, yes, let's engage in that as a part of the conversation, because maybe we shouldn't have experiences that we are not ready to have. But it doesn't change the fact what JC got to deal with as a pastor. And then now we have women who are playing a certain role because that's what society says you need to act to get the win. But at the same time, you want to be included as equal to me.
Yeah.
But you want me to make you greater than me for my money, but then you want to be equal to me when it's time to make money.
That's right. You're right.
Right.
There's
So
no
men
lie about
are
that.
looking at all of that like, yo, like for real, like for me to just get a nut tonight, I gotta deal with this.
Yeah.
I could jerk off tonight, or I might just get high and get drunk and go over here and let it be what it be, like the Beatles said.
Chris,
And
let
I'm
me
just
say, hold
hold
on.
on, KJ, I'm almost done because you're right
You
on
got
it.
it.
Because
Yeah.
wait a minute, that's why I said what you brought up tonight is a whole nother night unto itself. But I'm just trying to say that I have a study that deals with Black men, and I've been able to hear certain things that I'm like, I never saw it that way.
Yeah.
Until I started listening to Black men and men from in the church circle who are like, do I even have a place out here? Because I ain't trying to shoot somebody. I ain't trying to kill nobody. I'm just trying to enjoy Jesus. Hallelujah. I'm trying to go to the diner at the end of the night. I'm trying to have a good time. But shorty's out here want somebody that hitting somebody in the head. I ain't trying to do that. So I can't rock with you.
Justin, Steve, Avery, Tanya,
Yo,
me.
we got
We have
stories.
talked.
Am I saying anything wrong to anybody?
No, you did, bro.
But listen, I want Michaela and Tracy, and I only say this because, as you can see, everybody else is very much verbal. We don't bite our tongue. We you know, and I gotta say this, Michaela, what part of the country? You don't have to say the city. What state are you?
South Carolina.
Oh, you're right. You a neighbor. Okay.
My oldest son graduated from a college in South Carolina.
Right.
Voorhees. You know what Voorhees is?
What's that? Say it again.
No,
Voorhees
you're not.
College.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and the sticks and stones that'll break your bones.
Yeah.
He went to that college. He was raised in Georgia, but his father is from Patterson. Here's the deal.
P-Town.
I want Tracy and Michaela to talk because you got a bunch of city people up here, right?
Yo, that
we're a bunch of city people,
hot,
and
bro.
we have so many different facets. And Patterson, if I can say this, Justin. Now these guys have never lived in New York, and New York has its own demographic. But Patterson is considered a city document-wise, but to me, it's a small town because small town mentality is different from city, right?
Absolutely.
And the bottom line is that the bottom line is that when you actually get to a place where you go to the South, although the problems might end up being the same, sometimes it's a different approach. and there's a different outlook. There's some things you guys are not going to take as Southerners that some city folk have put up with.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to hear from the two Southerners in this area. Michaela said some stuff, but Tracy, you've been sitting here with this look on your face like, oh my God, I cannot believe that this stuff goes on.
She hasn't spoke since she answered
But
that question.
no, she ain't spoke since you started all that creative writing and all. You ain't said a word since then. You ain't said nothing. So I need to know from you all. I need to know from you all, what is the outlook from a female's perspective in this category? Tracy, I'm gonna let you go first. What exactly do you
There
see?
were some things I didn't know existed. I used to tell my biological father, I used to say, why don't you date? Because him and my mom were divorced. So I said, Dad, why don't you date? And he was like, well, I don't want to have to pay anybody's bills or light bills, things like that, right? So I didn't know that type of thing existed. So I said, Dad, I don't understand what you're talking about. And he explained like that part to me, like the gentleman was talking about having to pay this, pay for it and blah blah blah. I didn't know that type of thing existed. And I was like, I was clueless. He said, because your mother is not that type of woman. So you don't know anything about that type of a lifestyle. And I never did. And these are things that I never did that type of thing. I wasn't raised that way. In July, I'll be married 21 years. So I don't have no need for none of that, type of behavior. Yeah, that's all I got on that.
Thank you, Tracy. Michaela, what is your take? Because although you said stuff, you've been like, that's it. But go ahead.
Right. I mean, hey, but I was I mean, I would say down here it's not too much different. I mean, you see the same things a lot, but I would say that southern mentality is different too. Like we have a lot more gentlemen that I've noticed down here rather than up north. Now, like I said, we see a lot of the same things, but it's not that similar. Like I know there was this guy that I was talking to some years ago that said like kind of the same things y'all were saying, like, man, all the girls that I've come across, they just want money, they want to know what I have to offer, and this and the third. He was like, I never met anybody that was like, I really don't care what you have, because like the Bible says, man judges the outward appearance, God looketh inward. That was me. And I'm like, no, I want to know what your heart is. What are your thoughts? How do you think? What are your goals in life? I'm trying to get inside, you know what I'm saying? And not to become a manipulator, not to see what I could use against you, but to get to know you. And I tell people all the time, when you're dating people, I don't like the fact that people ask the question, what do you look for in a man? Or what do you look for in a woman? I'm not about to sit here and read you my list of what I look for so that you can try to meet that expectation and be everything that I said that I wanted. No, I want to know what you are capable of doing on your own, and let me choose whether or not that's something I'm going to fall in love with or not, or whether or not that's something I can connect to. So I found that to be different down here too. Like a lot of, of the guys in the past that I have talked to, they straight up, they're bold about their stuff. They're gonna tell you right away, yep, I want you for this, or no, I don't. Or I can see something going good with you, or no, I don't. Like they bold about it. Whereas other people like to hide it and act like be all sweet and kind in the beginning, give you roses, acting like the woman's prayer, and then all of a sudden that narcissist in them comes out, or the manipulator in them comes out. You're like, whoa, hold up, what happened to the first 3 months of you caring and showing me love and effort? What changed? But I don't deal with that too much because I was raised to serve in the church, and it taught me how to serve my peers, and it taught me how to serve in relationships. And so that's who I am. Yeah, I'll leave that right there.
Yo, I'm gonna be real. I know a certain. I ain't gonna say his name. I'm gonna say a certain man. I know a dude where this girl was actually looking at him, and she wanted to date him. She ended up so-called falling in love, but she saw dollar signs. And so she looked at what he had, not only what he had, but also what his family had, because his family had a little bit of something. And her whole plot and her plan was to get pregnant by him just so she can get a stable income. Moral of the story is it don't matter where you from the church or not. Some of these women are just trifling as all heaven and hell.
Selfish.
Kev is
And
quiet.
that was my point. That was my point to what I was saying earlier. Like, I don't want people to think that men, like I understand that the justice system. That's how it all started, by the way. For those who just got here, it's just for women. And no, it mean it is. It's injustice for men. But excuse your doggy, handsome. Come get this dog. Come get this dog. But I feel like women lie too, so that's the reason why we're so on the fence to believing people like a Cassie or people who say that this is happening, because women do lie, and so we're like, well, shoot, I don't know, she lied to me. I don't know, she might be lying for a bag. You know what I mean? And so you don't always get that. I don't know. Just like sometimes the intuition is not always great. Now, there are times there's the truth. It is what it is. But you guys said something the other day, and I don't know if I'm going too deep with this. And I feel like CJ, you started with it. I got some people coming in the house. You mentioned about, and it's a little deep.
This man is out of his mind.
Oh wait, Harry, if you don't get your butt on here, Harriet Winslow, come on. But listen, you said something, CJ, a while back. You guys were talking about people who were of other colors and also us singing praise and worship songs, right? And how we are the way we view God is different than the way they view God, right? And so when it comes to our relationships, it's the same way. Like some of us, I just mentioned, have had a full father and a mother in their life, and some of us didn't. But now we're trying to integrate. Now we're trying to have children. Now we mad because you ain't with me no more, and you ain't dead because you ain't. I ain't controlled by you, or you ain't controlled by me, or I can't control you, or vice versa. And so it becomes a clash of relationship, clash of personality. Kevin taught me in a very big way about apexes, right? Like the way you grew up is not the way I grew up, but somehow if we want to stay together, we got to figure this thing out. My mama did X, Y, and Z, and she let me do, and my mama didn't let me do X, Y, and Z. But this is how I've learned my life, and we got to somehow gel that thing. You know what I mean? But you got to want to do the work. And that's the part that makes me feel like that's worth it, right? But if you don't want to do the work and you jealous, of course, you don't get a woman that's going to lie. You don't get a man that's going to lie. You don't get children that's going to lie, but a mama or a daddy. You know what I mean? So I
But
just feel
again,
like
that's the problem with this. Like you said, a lot of people don't want to make it work these days. That's why a lot of people are single raising parents and raising kids. They don't want to work. They want it what they want, how they want it. They want it right now.
But Avery,
point. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that they don't want to work with another person, and a lot of that has to do because they don't want to work with themselves.
Right.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Tanya, to what you asked earlier about the women who don't have fathers, to the men who don't have fathers, and to what Doctor said. We have unaddressed trauma. And it's that's the difference. And I know I'm probably the same complexion, but the difference is between us and them is they lay their children on the couch to talk to somebody and pay them to address what they experience. We try to preach. Done shouting.
That's good.
You need to talk to somebody that has some sense that's going to deal with the absence of your father. I understand he'll be a mother to the motherless and a father to the fatherless. But if you don't really let him be that and let him address it, because if you go let him address what's not there, let him address what's missing and what's lacking.
Doc.
Everybody wants to be secretive. That's what's wrong with our church. Everything is dress up, doctor up, look good. As long as I look the part, I'm straight. And then we get into these covenants, and then then when the covers come off, I see your brokenness. I see you
Man.
wounded. I see you
Man.
hurt. I see that you have an issue. And then it's like, well, if you love me, flaws and all. No, you didn't address this. You
Deep.
gotta go and address it. But now because I love you, I'm willing to address it with you.
But see,
Come
that's
on,
another
Bro,
thing.
you doing so good, JC, bro.
I'm glad you said
Good.
that, bro, because even with God, God accepts us, but we still have to change. He's not going to leave us where we are.
That's
And,
good.
no, so you can't sit there, oh, accept me for no, because God don't accept you flaws and all. He accepts you how you are, but then you still have to
He
change.
expects change. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, can I jump? I'm sorry. I saw JC. I saw your lips moving. You preaching good. Let me go ahead and kowtow, baby. Go ahead.
Go ahead. He died for the remission of my sins.
Remission.
My sins are not taken away. They're still there. I change and I learn how to live and control and be disciplined. When cancer's in remission, cancer's still there.
That's
Mhm.
good.
Responds to the treatment. People don't understand that grace and
Come on, Doc. Come on, bro.
This whole walk is not about me becoming somebody different. It's about me responding to the treatment of the blood applied to my heart.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
I serve God the way I do. It's because I
good.
choose not to curse you out. I
Choose, right.
choose not to crack your jaw.
Because I can, but I choose not to.
Because I'm more concerned about my walk with God than
Right.
to punch you in your face. But
Even when you have that thorn in your flesh,
he ain't gonna take it.
he ain't doing it.
Take this thorn away. Nope. Take this thorn away. Nope. No. I
My
need you
grace
to
is
why? 'Cause I
sufficient.
need you to have a reminder of grace in your life. Because if you're gonna preach Paul, you're gonna go and preach this gospel. I need you to remember that the same grace you're preaching to them is the same grace you need.
Word to Big
So I'm
Bird.
gonna leave that thorn there so that you don't think you're better than who the people you preaching to. That's why I don't get all these bishops who think they all that because they got these rings and these mistakes. Go sit your tail down. You just as weak as I am. Shut your mouth.
Right.
Cut that out. How you want to win people? You want to win You want to win gangsters, drug dealers, muggers, robbers, prostitutes, but you acting like you holier than thou? Man, please go
Sleeping with the deacon.
Go somewhere and sit down.
Right.
Go somewhere and sit down. The bottom line is we as a people don't address our trauma. That's the bottom line.
I got gold around my neck. See, JC.
You paid your $10,000 to become a bishop.
I got it stuck in my pocket.
Walk in there.
Hold up, JC.
Go somewhere and sit down.
JC, you doing so good. You doing, brother. When
That
I
was
say
deep.
you doing so, you preaching so good. Let me just throw this out there because I want to hear you and Kevin Avery and my brothers and sisters up here because I'm so curious. Because here's the thing, right? Black men predominantly, we love sports, right? We look at sports. We've all grown up playing some type of organized sport, and our parent, whether it's mother, father, well, it was us. Like it's like, man, maybe I could go pro, maybe I can't. I'm just doing it because mom want me to do it, right? But we looked at sports enough to know this. We done seen the downfall of so many great sports players over women, right? We seen it. We watch it in real time, right? Let's look at somebody, and here's my question. I'm asking this because I just want to hear the thought. Because I don't know if it's devoid of what we see in church or in our Black communities or not, right? My sister saying having control over the sin. I love it, right? Because that's what it boils down to. But here's the thing that is a question there, because I've heard this. JC kind of mentioned this. Kev talked about it. Nobody said it in this way, but it's there, right? There is a thing as being unequally yoked. And a lot of times we could think it's you want to live a saved life that your husband don't. He a Muslim, you a Christian. He don't go to church. You want to go to church. Sometimes it could happen in the bedroom, right? I could want to bang every night and you don't want to. But now we married. So if you telling me twice a month and I'm like, I need every night, that's gonna be a problem for eternity. Now here's my point. We've seen somebody like Tiger Woods, because y'all know the Tiger Woods story. Tiger Woods married his kid's nanny. He wound up dating his kid's nanny. But he also started messing with a young lady who was working at his golf course. And here's what Tiger Woods did. He started banging her. I don't know what's happening at the house, but when he started messing around with the woman who worked with him, she said, "Yo, can you pay my rent this month?" Y'all know the story. It's $1,500. He was like, "Yo, I ain't got it." And you know what she did? She acted like she just got over her last radiation treatment and she rung the bell. She rung the bell and she got $500 million from Tiger Woods. $500 million that his wife got. Shorty tried to be like, you let me live in your house. I'm supposed to either stay here or get 30. If y'all watch the headlines, she said, I need $30 million because I was your roommate and I want to keep living here. And here's what I'm asking. Because we as men, we see these episodes over and over again, right? And it's like, is it even worth it to try to, it sounds dumb, but it's a question. Is it even worth it to try to be economically successful and not already married because the woman that you date, media has already shown me that you looking at my pockets. You could say, no, baby, that's not true. But everybody who gets in that relationship with that woman felt like that. Until she went and said, clang, 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 clang. And here's my question now, JC, because you was preaching so good, and I want to hear from my brothers and my sister T. How can we, or is it reality that we should expect? I'm married, but I already know, like I already know what I expect at my house from my wife. We got 20 years, so I know when she feel like being bothered, when she don't. If I come in too late, I already know. There you go, JC. If I came in too late, I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna get fresh, I'm gonna get in the bed, and I'm gonna go to sleep. Cause it ain't going down because I already missed the clock for her to feel like you ain't coming in the house because you want me sexually. You coming in the house because you don't see something outside and you want to have sex. I know my wife. So I know if I come in the house 2 o'clock in the morning and I go like this, she gonna pull the covers. All right. So you don't feel like tonight is about you, but tonight may be about what I need for us to have another night together.
See.
So some of that is pop culture that she plays into. Maybe some of it is pop culture that I play into. But I'm thinking about what the word said, which is, yo, don't deny. Because once you do that, you're opening up the door for somebody else and you can't close it by saying why. I'm going to say because. So how do we, y'all good smart brothers up here, meet the threshold of I'm trying to be successful, but can I date? Are you trying to get my money? And if I got you at the crib and you feel like you could ration out that thing, at what point in time am I able to say, I didn't sign up for this? sign up with what the good book said. JC, you was preaching good. Go ahead and preach me through this one.
That's a loaded question, and all I'll say is we want prenup. But yeah, listen, one of the biggest issues in the world and relationships and marriage today is trust. And people get greedy, especially when it comes down to that money. And the trust issue.
Keep talking.
The responsibility. I have an obligation to my wife. My wife has an obligation to me. If I look at it as what can I gain from it, it now clouds my obligations, right? And what happens is I think what marriage has become in society today is so off track of what God wanted it to be that I don't want to say there's no recovery from it, but it takes a lot of premarital counseling during reading and praying, and the mindsets of people are different. The mindsets of the millennials are different. The young people, the generations of going in, what they expect, a lot of people expect things to be done for them, but they don't expect what they have to do for the other. Again, the
Selfishness. I've been saying it all night.
Obligations are not reciprocated. Marriage is give and take. I saw a clip today that said marriage is not 50-50. Marriage is 100-100. We got it all. Both sides and both parties are to be given 100% all the time. There's days where it'll be 60-40. There's days where it'll be 40-30. For a 40-60 other 30-70. It don't matter because I know you got my back and I know I got yours. And it's that's what the threefold cord is. It's me, my wife, and God. That's the threefold cord that's not easily broken. If we can focus and work and make that strong, the money stuff and all that other stuff, and then I can trust you. I can trust that the success is not going to change you, or I can be integral enough that the money's not going to change me, and we can be ride or dies and everything like that. The reality is most guys get money, they see grass is green on the other side, and now the grass that they didn't have an option of getting, they're now qualified for because you're in a different tax bracket. So now the pretty bad BBL girls that you be looking at on Instagram are interested in you because you can afford them, but they don't care about you as a person. It also depends on what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? What is it that you want? If you want the stability, the game gets tired. Playing the game gets tired. I don't care who you are, I don't care how old you are. The game is gonna get tired. You're gonna you need that stability. I believe musicians play better when they got stability. I believe preachers preach better when they have stability. And we got people, I'm sorry, I might be segueing, but I just gotta say this. It's amazing because there's a pastor who did an interview, who I will not say his name, who's pastoring in Atlanta, started in Baltimore, and he said something that is controversial. He said, I am only 70% of who I can be if I was married. Bro. And connected the scripture that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor. Bro, you were married, you had 3 kids and had kids outside of your wife. You had favor, you jacked it up. So don't go giving this false sense of reality like you would be better and life would be
preach, brother, preach.
No, bro, you were married. You had somebody that was holding you down before you could preach, before you was preaching at Potter's house, before you was preaching at Mega Fest, before you did all that. You had somebody that was holding you down and you didn't appreciate it. Why? Because you got access to women that you never had access before. But when you had nothing, this woman, who is a beautiful woman, you what? Nah, that's an integrity issue. That's an integrity issue. So to answer your question, sir, I think we have to reestablish what marriage is, what God intended for it to be, And I think every husband and every wife going into the marriage need to have an understanding about what the expectations are and what to expect from each other and what they can expect for you to do to them, for them.
I agree.
Y'all done? Y'all done?
No, I ain't heard from T all night, Harley.
Kevin's over this Oprah Winfrey segment.
Y'all done? Y'all finished?
You said you ain't heard from who?
on 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me say this.
Oh.
And I'm gonna come at it from this vantage point. I'm sick and tired of people sending their representatives. Turn me down, whoever that is. Tanya, I know that's you. I'm tired of people sending representatives. There are people, Justin, who will put on their best just to get in the door. But the show is over when they get in the door. They are not really who they are. The defining moment in a relationship is not when everything is going good. It's when it's not so good.
That's right.
That defines who you are. Now, I have failed several times. I've gotten emotional. I've gotten angry. I've gotten out of whack. I've done some stupid stuff. I have done it before. And I can admit it. It doesn't go away because I admitted it. I don't know why people think being accountable means it erases the offense. I don't know why people do that. But I'm accountable. I messed it up. I have to say this with all due respect, that I said this the other week. Let me say it this way. When I was a child, my mother let me eat from the floor. When I became an adult, I started eating on the table. But when the food hit the floor from where I used to eat, the food is no longer edible. When it hits the floor, it goes to the trash. I used to eat off the floor, but now when the food hits the floor, it goes to the trash. Why now did that change? Because when I was a child, I spake as a child, but when I became an adult, I threw away the food that hit the floor.
That's good.
So really what's going on is I'm eating from where I could see. I attracted what I was. So I was broken, I was angry, I was pissed, I was upset, everything was angry. So I attracted women who were only attracted to me based on the fact that they felt like this man can protect me because he's mad. When I really never had the attributes or the characteristics to protect you, because my anger was the reason why I was not safe. Right? Which lets me know that you only want me for what you think you can get out of me. But what I learned is there were people who were coming to me with empty pitchers.
Yeah.
So when they came to me, it was always me pouring into them. They couldn't pour it back into me what I put out because I'm still not fulfilled, because what came in the picture is what came from me. So if you're giving it back to me, you're not giving me back more than what I had. You're giving me back what I put out.
Right.
So at the end of the day, realistically, you're no good for me because everything that's happening already happened before you. So what good are you for me when you're with me? I am empty. You understand what I'm saying? So as a result of that, all I'm picking up from what you guys are saying is what you guys just basically said, what Tracy was saying earlier, what Michaela was saying, Wallace was saying. This is what you're telling me. You're telling me that everybody should be an adult. If you 45 and over by now, I'm not saying be perfect, but progress should be happening somewhere.
Right.
Yeah. You're right.
By now, if it just happened the other day, if I don't know what it is. I had a woman call me gay before because I wanted her to tell me she made it home. And then got upset when I called her on and said, well, you didn't let me know. Well, I mean, are you gay? Why are you so worried about it? I said, oh, I know what's wrong with you. I said, you're used to men who are only worried about you laying on your back. They don't care about you being on your legs.
Yeah.
So you only want a man who literally, because, and another person told me the reason why I don't like you asking me where I am is because the last man that asked me where I wasn't concerned about where I was for my safety. He was concerned about the fact that he could do what he want to do based on my location so that I could do what I want and not get caught. That's why. So I sum all this up to say this. I understand my mother and father were not perfect at all. They didn't have all the answers. As a matter of fact, Tracy, Justin, Steve, if you're on here, if I could tell y'all the real story about what my family has done and what I found out was going on, you might not even have enough time to sit here and emotionally get through that story. Because Chris's son is connected to my legacy that's going on back here in New Jersey. So trust me, you ain't ready for that story. Hell, I don't even want to hear it. But the point I'm trying to make is that my parents were not perfect. But the one thing I learned was I'll use Tanya. I can't keep blaming Tanya for what I feel my mother didn't do.
That's the truth.
Tanya can't keep blaming me for what she feels her parents didn't do. Now, Justin, you just said it. If we are going to be in a cohesive setting, I know one thing. This is what I know about relationships. This is what I know about friendships. This is what I know about partnerships. If everybody gives 100%, nobody lacks. If I am accountable, there's times when I'm going to have to apologize as an adult, and I did not cause the problem. See, this is what people don't get. You sometimes have to say I'm sorry when you didn't cause the problem. This ain't my fault. And guess what else? Guess what else? I want you more than I want to be right. So with that being said, I'm not going to sit here and keep trying to convince you that I'm the man and I can do this. I hate this alpha male bull crap. Because anytime a man got to keep saying he's a man, it's because he questioned himself before he got outside. All I know is that as a man, you're not going to talk to me out your face. You're not going to talk crazy. But if I'm expecting you to not do that, then what's the first thing I have to do? I have to be an example.
That's right.
I have to stop demanding what I'm not willing to be. I can't tell you to be honest and I can lie and you just got to accept it. That's not how that works. So we went off track. That's fine. We did what we're supposed to do. All I want to say is this, and I go back to Tommy's point. It is a point that literally it shakes off the dust, shaves off all the unwanted, heights and valleys of the situation. And it puts it, if we all live like we need each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I live like I need my wife, if my wife lived like she needs her husband, I guarantee, and this, I'm going to cut this off. We're done. But I will say this, fellas and ladies who are going to watch this later, I hope you understand what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why everything that my wife does matters is because my wife is the only woman in my life.
Right.
And to your point, babe, I feel like there are things I've said that made it feel like I wanted to go and do something else because I couldn't handle it. But I knew that my string and my love for you was so strong, and your love for me was so strong that we couldn't do it. It was just like I needed to find my niche or find the thing that made me say, "You're being dumb. You're saying some crazy stuff." And so I feel like what you're saying is so 100%, 1000% true, because I don't see nobody else. I see you. Let me not get all mushy on here because it's not me and you, it's me, you, and
Too late.
4 other people. It's not too late.
No, you got mushy already.
You know what, Steven? I thought you were my brother. I thought. Okay, I thought.
And here's what I say.
I was with you in the shoving of the organs. Go ahead.
Oh no.
Here's what I say to that. Here's what I say to that. The bottom line is, what we have to understand is that we have put ourselves in position to be disqualified from peace because we keep trying to keep chaos going based off of our inner person that is so damaged.
So true.
We are so messed up inside. That's why the community choirs had everybody sleeping with each other. That's why you had all the divorces. I remember one tour I didn't go on. It was a Christian tour. Everybody loved God. Everybody saved. Everybody, could sing the greatest songs in the world. And they came back with more stories of divorce and infidelity than any tour I had ever heard in my life.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? And it was so bad to a point where literally I kept sitting there like, I just don't understand. Who do I have to look up to? So all I have to say is this. Everybody's an adult till it's time to be.
That's right.
And that's when everybody turns into this. Well, I had people, Justin, I know you went through this, Chris, I know you went to Steve, I'm sure you did. Hey, I don't like what you're doing. Well, I was doing this before I met you. Guess what? Keep doing it. Keep doing it. But this is what I know. If what I'm doing is offending you, it is not within my right to sit here and tell you that you got to soak it up and take it because it's what I want to do. To hell with you. I'll go find somebody else who don't look as good as you, who ain't built like you, who don't cook like you, but the one thing they will do is respect me. They will respect me. They ain't nowhere near like you, but their respect game will sit your tail down.
And that's all what we want.
That's all. I'm not asking. Listen, I want respect before I want your butt.
Facts.
I want respect before I want your tail. I want respect before I see you in some lingerie or whatever. I want you to respect me. And here's what my sister said. A real adult is one who knows all your flaws and still respects you. Still respects you. One that knows every mistake you make, everything that you've done wrong, everything that you sat up there and you didn't control enough. But I still respect you as a man. I've told several women, my son's mother is one of them. She kills me. She act like she got all this stuff she ain't got. I can't say it, Tracy, I'm sorry. But the bottom line is, you didn't foreclose on the house till I left. But you told everybody that I did not take care of my family. Y'all do that math. You said that I wasn't any good, but I don't understand how somebody that was so bad to you, you're still talking about. Anybody that's offended me, I don't want to talk about.
That's the truth.
I don't have nothing to say to you.
Come on, Tracy.
I don't have nothing to say to you. If you offended any of my brothers, you ain't my friend either. You offended my brother. You ain't my friend.
That's right. I agree.
Right.
When Chris and I were younger, it didn't take nothing for him to hear something. And he knew who he was dealing with. He wouldn't go, Chris, I believe this, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. Chris would defend me in front of me, but when somebody offended me in my absence, Chris didn't say, well, I'll tell him. He came and got me because he knew both of us was coming back.
Right. Or I'm going to just take it to the hands by myself because that's just how it was.
And that's just how, and I was the same exact way. Well, in a relationship, what kind of person are you that I can't even sit here and trust that you got my back because you running your mouth off to other people about me?
Right.
But you want me to respect you?
You don't even respect yourself.
You don't respect yourself. And so at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that women and men, we got to do it this way. I have learned that in order for, the Bible speaks it. Now, I didn't write this. I didn't put it in there. It said, if you want a friend, show yourself friendly. Friendly.
That's right.
If you want a respectable spouse, show yourself worthy of that by being that. If I say to you, your clothes are too short for you to turn around and get an attitude with your man and go, Oh my God. Where I could, because guess what? If you turn around and say, hey, that bulge in your shorts is too much. It's too much. You got, I don't want you wearing them gray sweatpants. Take them off. I don't want you. And the guy goes, oh, babe, that's just you tripping. Come on, man. We good.
That's good, Cav. That's good.
And what I'm finding out is that some people want the universe to only work for them.
Yeah.
But the universe that I live in is one that never works for me. You know why? Because that universe is helping me to grow up to be the man I should be. So you know what it tells me most times? No, Kevin, you're wrong. No, Kevin, I understand they were wrong. I know what they did, but you're wrong. Now I'm getting off. Hey, Chris. Hey, Justin. Hey, Steve. Ladies, not y'all. Listen, this is for the brothers. How many times have we gotten off our throne to deal with peasants? How many times have we taken our crowns off and our cloaks off and our gowns off and went down and got in the mud with a bunch of jerks, male or female? That Justin, you becoming a pastor, there's a certain level of people that can only be around you now. They can't be around you like that. You can't have a bunch of liars and schemers, and you can't have them. You're probably gonna be by yourself. But my point is, you can't have these people. Chris, if you are a doctor in psychology, you can't sit up here and be played and manipulated. You're too smart for that. Steve, if you're moving organs, you can't sit up here and have somebody tell you that they're gonna, go and tell you need to go move a tractor. You don't get paid for that. You get paid to move organs. You're not paid to move a tractor trailer. Tracy, if you go in to play bass and they tell you, no, put your bass down, you're gonna usher today. You're not gonna do that. And why is it? Because one thing I know about people is when people are so quick to try to pull you from what you were called to do, it is because they really don't know you.
Babe, you can do an example for me. What do I move or do?
If you work at a bank,
oh come on,
and they tell you to go work at McDonald's, you're not doing it.
You're right.
Because of your position in your job, you're not doing it. You're welcome. My point is that I do not succumb anymore, fellas and ladies. I'm over the games. You know who plays the most games, Justin? 50-year-olds and older. You know who plays the most games? 50 years old and older.
Wow.
They play the most games.
I think 40.
Yeah, I was going to say
No.
45 and up. 45
yeah.
and
Let me tell you why I didn't say 40, because I expect 40 to play games.
Okay.
Listen to this. Let me word it this way. When you half a century old, when do you grow up?
That's good. That's actually really good.
Let's say it that way. We're not talking about 40s and back. When you're half a century old, listen to that age. You're half a century old. You're not 49 years old. You're half a century old. So when you're half a century old, you can't do nothing. You at the fourth quarter now.
And Americans apparently is what they say. 70 is like the natural time.
76 is the last Mohican.
Thank you. That's what they say.
76.
Natural time.
If you go beyond 76, God is smiling on you.
So you're over the time, or over half the
you're
time.
You're in the fourth. You're let's say football. Football is 13
you're
minutes
OT.
quarter. You're overtime.
You're in OT.
Right.
Literally. This is the
That's
second
good,
overtime.
though.
You're not getting the third one. This is it.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to say is that I have heard more women in their 50s say some dumb crap.
Yeah.
I've heard some men in their 50s still going out here dealing with women 20 years old.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? People used to laugh at me, Kevin, like them old women. Yeah, I never got sent to jail for rape either. I never got sent to jail for messing with minors. I know some dudes that still out here messing with minors. They in California and they in everybody's church, and they got their registered offenders.
They in New York too.
I know they are, and they go to some of your most prominent churches.
Pass to them.
So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that we have to be very careful. Let he who hath not sinned cast the first stone.
First stone.
I'm gonna take that rock, turn it sideways, and put it right back at my own face.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad tonight we didn't have Terrence or Joel or Brent wasn't on here. He was here for about 20 seconds.
Brent, come on and do our exit.
I can't. I
Who's gonna do that?
Nobody's gonna do it.
Nobody
tonight.
but him.
I think Tracy should do it. I think Tracy should do it.
I don't have nothing.
All right. Well, since I'm the one that put this together, and Steve is the one that we came
Let
together.
Steve do it. Yeah. Work.
Steve, yeah, you ain't done no work, and you over there falling asleep. I see your eyes next to your nose.
I'm up, Kevin. No, Kevin got it tonight. I got y'all next week.
All right. Are you gonna come on next week?
Tomorrow's I promise.
You're right. Whoever said sung that, yeah. And why does CJ look like a VHS tape? Why he look like that?
Yeah, Chris, you look like you over there on Betamax, bro.
You gotta turn your filter off.
You like, won't he make you clean?
I moved to the far side of the house from the Wi-Fi.
That's the far side from your Wi-Fi, for real.
Yeah, I know, but you know,
That screen look like it's about to just go out at any second.
That's so. You won't even make you clean. That's
you look like hey, Chris, you look like Jonathan Gray in the cathedral in Atlanta, bro. You look like he's worthy album.
For real.
On Savoy Records. Savoy Records and tapes with James Perry playing them loud
At
horns.
this point, any Savoy record.
Nope, now you're muted. I can't hear you. Now you're muted. I can't hear you.
You look like the cover.
I said 2 steps, it got just a drop better.
Oh, it did. I don't see the lines no more. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, the light. All right.
You see, it got better
you good.
a little bit.
I don't know why you let Tommy mess with you like
an album
that.
cover for Institutional.
Hey, yeah, album cover for William
It might
Benson.
be one of these back here behind me.
You don't have to be a rich man.
These are the kings of the kingdom.
That's hilarious.
Yo, I want to thank everybody tonight. We had a good time. I didn't get to some of my stuff.
Incredible talk.
Yeah, we didn't get
Incredible
to
discussion. Incredible.
Yeah, we're gonna do this next week. I'm excited. I gotta buy another upgrade here because StreamYard lets you do 10 people. I think we're gonna have like 15 on next week. But I do want to say, man, that I'm hoping that, people get to watch this after we're done. I know we down to 4. It's been 12 people in here, 15, 17. But to get to watch it, I just need y'all to share it. Tell people to come on, check it out, look at it. We're getting bigger. There's more people on here.
Did he?
And I look at the plays, and I'm seeing the plays, and they're going over like 1,200 and stuff like that. So I'm not paying attention to him. I'm getting ready to go. So I'm gonna go. With that being said, let me close this out with this statement, and I want to hit the end thing as soon
Maddie
as
Moss.
No,
we're not going back there.
We're not gonna talk about that tonight. I'm going somewhere else. So I'm just grateful to everybody, for being on here. All y'all that came on, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. Normally we're on here for this long, so you can leave and go to the store, cook your food, watch a movie, and come back. We still on here. But Steve, you want to say anything as a co-host, brother?
Listen, this was a great talk tonight. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it from everybody's aspect, from the men, from the women, from the funny moments.
Hey, Chris.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
Chris, do you know who that is right there?
Absolutely.
You know who that is?
I know who Steve is.
No.
Who?
Look at the comment.
Oh, I don't see any.
Look on the
Jersey
comments
girl.
real quick.
I don't see
I
any.
know who
I
that
can't-
is.
Jersey girl.
Do you see who that is?
Hold on. I gotta make it bigger. Let me see.
Not again.
Yeah. Do you see who that is? That's your 30-year-old niece, bro. That's Siobhan.
Yo, that's Siobhan?
That's Siobhan.
Purple.
You got a cheetah?
Purple, do you see Siobhan?
Hey yo.
I thought the same thing.
He mad he in the kennel. He don't want to look. Hey,
Yeah, I thought you was back there housing cheetahs. I said, what in the
That
NWA?
look like you got that dog.
Hey y'all, this is
He
I
don't
didn't
want to
know.
look. He in his kennel, so he mad. Hold on, let me go over to the front.
Oh, look at Siobhan. I love
Now
that.
now he gonna turn away. He turning the other way.
He don't want to be bothered.
I love that, Siobhan.
Purple, look.
Hey, Chris.
What is that? Is that a brindle?
Now he trying to get out. Nah,
Is
you ain't getting
it a
out.
brindle?
Nah,
Chris.
he's
We scared, dog.
he's a red nose
Reindeer.
Right. Exactly. We said the same thing.
Rudolph. You got Rudolph
Come
in
here.
the kennel.
Come here.
Hey, Chris, real quick, bro.
Come here, Purple.
This is everybody. This is my daughter. A lot of people didn't know that I have a 30-year-old daughter,
Oh wow.
Wow.
but she's on here. I didn't know she was watching. She's doing it off of YouTube though.
I love
So
that.
she's watching off of there. So I haven't, and I want to tell y'all something. She's on here for the first time. Please hear me, y'all. Please hear me. For the first time, my son is 19 in June. My daughter is 30. They talked for the first time 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, are you serious?
They had never spoken to each other.
Wow.
Thank
For
you.
the first time,
That's crazy.
and literally, they have
Yeah,
they've never been in the same room. They've never been in the same house. They've never seen each other. So they have spoken to each other for the first time 48 hours ago.
Siobhan, my baby.
Hi, Siobhan.
So it's
Oh my goodness.
oh no, look what she said. Look what she said.
bet-
Look what she said.
She
I
I
know she
know she
almost
don't
cried.
remember.
She
She ain't
almost
gonna
cried.
remember me unless she asks her mama.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. They haven't talked. And Chris, what I know about her is she has that memory like me. It'll take her a minute, but she'll remember. She'll go back.
It's been
But
that long.
yeah, she's 30 years old, bro. She's 30.
That's been as long as we've been at Philemon.
Philemon. That was the last time when Teresa didn't have Teresa. Oh yeah, Teresa had her. She had her. When the last time we went, she had her. But my point is, you know, and I said that. See, people will celebrate your failure, but they won't make public your accomplishments.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And I want to say this, and my daughter's on here, so I want to say this in a way where she can understand.
Say hi to
But the reality of it is that when you are persistent in being in your child's life, eventually it's going to work out because of the fact that
hey everybody. Hey guys.
You stupid.
Hey you all.
TJ, you are not letting my man talk.
Oh.
Go ahead, KJ.
This cool. These are the times when you know, you have to almost work out all the bad things that your children heard about you.
Absolutely.
You gotta try to, and you're not here to bash their mothers and talk about you. You're not here for that. It's just to a point where you have to get to a place where you literally understand that life is worth it means so much more than your 10 minutes of aggravation.
Yeah.
It means so much more. And so at this point, I watched the thing where Bruce Lee said, all y'all trying to win and live, but you got to learn how to die.
Bruce Lee, you're right.
He said, you got to learn how to die. And the guy was like, die? What are you talking about? He was like, you got to die to the situations that kept you from living. So when you live, you're not a person who's trying to live based on what you've been through. You're trying to live based on what you don't know. That's living, experiencing what you don't know. Living with what you do know does not promote you at all. That's a very big statement. So this is my first time ever seeing my daughter on here. I've never seen her on here. So I'm glad for that. And now I'm working on both of them seeing each other for the first time physically. So y'all pray for me with that, because
that's beautiful, bro.
It's all,
that is amazing, man.
Yeah,
go to Kendall. You're doing too much.
There's always opposition there, and you all understand. And we talked about that maybe an hour and a half ago, where I'm trying my hardest to be in my child's life. I don't need to. I don't need anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need their moms involved. This has nothing to do with their mothers and their aunties and all of that. They have everything to do with it. So, with that being said,
Vicky Winer said the same. Vicky Winer said the same thing.
That was a good ending.
Don't need nobody else.
Don't need.
but she lied.
Right.
Yeah, she did.
So, thank you. I love you too, Siobhan.
No, Vicky Winans.
Oh
Tanya.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. She said, "Who, me?" Right. Not you. So we know you don't. We know you don't lie, Tanya.
Yeah, Kev, not you, Vicky.
I'm an upstanding citizen of the soldiers of the saints.
Time when he was asking that question about when we know he wasn't talking about you. We know you tell the truth.
Kevin.
Say good night.
Kevin.
No, I was making sure my wine glass is full.
Right.
Kevin? I'm good.
No, what you got to say? What you got to say?
I got to get on the plane tomorrow.
No, you do, but at 10 o'clock. It's not till 10 o'clock. You got time. What you gonna say?
Tanya doesn't lie.
Your daughter sent you a message, Kevin.
I see that. I know, and I told her I love her too.
She said you did your best.
That's not what she said. No, she didn't. She said, "Love you, Dad. You're the best."
You're the best. She said you didn't do your best. She said you're the best. And I love her for that, for you.
Yeah.
Hey man, pray us out, Kevin, so I could go. I got to go, baby.
Well, I've been praying for this whole time, so I'm gonna end it this way. At this moment, let's understand that you will lose all your money.
What?
Chasing a hoe.
Oh Lord!
But you'll never lose a hoe chasing your money. God bless you. Until
you know what, that was very British. That was very British.
God bless you.
You
know why it hits so hard? Because it's the truth.
It's true.
That's why you will lose all your money chasing a hoe, but you'll never lose a hoe chasing your money.
You're right about that.
I love all of y'all, brothers.
God bless you. See y'all later.
Good night, everybody.